Welcome back,
Whoa.
everyone. Someone's already thrilled with what they're gonna have to deal with potentially.
So
Um,
put a strain on my thick voice.
yes, welcome back to Shadow Guardians. It has been the last few episodes have been certainly something. I'd imagine the last few sessions. We are still not done with the struggle bus for some. It is definitely going to be continuing a bit, but perhaps today's session might have some hope, we'll say, towards the end of it. But also, it might depend on some actions and choices certain people make very soon. Who they inform, who they don't inform, if they are willing to take the leap of faith they might need to. In some
Yeah, we
cases.
get it.
Yeah. Hey, I'm only saying it just to make sure it's in the minds of everybody.
Uh-huh.
So,
Oh
uh,
shit.
oh, what's wrong?
No, I dropped my headphone.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
I'm good.
Okay, cool. So, I think that in general, the I don't need to give too much of a recap, but suffice to say, in the last part, or the last episode, the Shadow Guardians had completed their battle or the defensive operation to protect the summit. While yes, the summit was leveled, technically that was still a success considering all the people, all the high priority people inside, as well as most of the officials, were alive. There might have been a few minor injuries around, but for the most part, everyone is okay. While the west front, west was it east or west? I think it was east front that broke. Wait, north south. No, west. It was west front. While the west front on the summit defense was the one that collapsed. A lot of their members are actually still relatively all right, though they did suffer some decent losses. Um, and the other areas seem to have also recovered rather well. Everyone is licking their wound from the situation. The town or the city is a little bit in repair and kind of how would I put it? Repair and kind of recovery, I guess you'd say, after everything that happened. But overall, not as bad as things could have been, and especially because the party decided to converse with certain people
Ow.
that they uh, had worked with or talked with before, like Macy, for instance, Lashishka, the rest of the guild in that aspect. However, after all of that was said and done, the party was able to fully hear the broadcast of what was being projected during the entire combat. This was the. I'm not going to read the entire thing again. It has been posted for everyone else to read at their leisure. But the Memorem Retribution broadcast, which went on to outline Hawari in Watar's, seemingly survival from what some people presume to be his death, as well as the mounting issues and was it assumed trials and tribulations of the Memoriam people at the hands of the Consortium and others in the Lapsus sphere. This was quite a scathing, we'll say, indictment of many of specifically the Consortium, but some of the other countries of the Lapsus Sphere Initiative are currently debated about Lapsus Sphere Initiative, and including a somewhat more personal matter that had to deal with one of the Shadow Guardians, and I guess the Shadow Guardian specifically, as Titus Crow was outlined quite vividly, we'll say, in the dressing down of their issues, I guess you could say, though this was more along with the lines of the guild as opposed to the consortium. Uh, However, while it definitely appeared that things were not looking the best immediately, Lyshishka, the quite resourceful Drake that she is, happened to start showing a little bit more of her cards and her plans and preparations. Um, as she came on in a broadcast, not shortly, but like in the evening, with Ishin Ali, who had assumedly from some of the other officials at the time was presumed to be dead, having died in the resulting bombing of the summit because he was rushed away after an attack had happened to attempt to take his life. Well, Shishka and Ishin proceeded to reveal some information that was not exactly probably supposed to be revealed in regards to the assassination attempt towards Ishin before the summit attack, as well as outlining some more specific details as it pertained to Titus. Not necessarily a defense, but it definitely gave more context to Titus's situation than was very much laid out with the initial broadcast from the Retribution. And on top of that, they, at the end, made their kind of final statements as it pertained to the whole Memorem Retribution conflict and such that's about to be ensuing, and their declaration that they are going to stand and combat the Retribution directly, and they are inviting the Lapsus Sphere, or the presumptive Lapsus Sphere nations, to also be a part of this as a kind of impromptu trial, you could say, of the initiative itself. It seems like while there was some resistance from some parties, with the assistance of the party and some of their allies, namely Macy and Koa, it seems at the moment, they were able to convince the Consortium more broadly to assist them in this endeavor, as it seems that going towards the future, this will be something that is maybe a little bit more, they might have a little bit more assistance than initially was perhaps thought would have occurred at this time, is the best way to put it. But after all that has happened, the party went back to their ships to kind of ascertain their current combat capabilities after the last battle left them a little bit more damaged than they initially might have seen. Not only has several of their machines been basically wrecked and are going to need extensive repairs and or complete replacements, their ship is also not looking the best after being part of the battle that was at the docks at the time, and having taken some severe damage. Though, from what Balin and the workers have said, or at least what Balin has said, they should be able to get the ship at least up and running by the morning, which everyone is seemingly wanting to leave in the morning to go and figure out the Icon Fall situation, even if they aren't exactly in the best fighting position at the moment. But that being said, the party also decided to head their way over, Apani, Latricia, and Emiko decided to head their way over to the medical area, as they were told by Macy that Brew had been moved there after a evaluation and procedure was done to keep him from bleeding out after his hemorrhaging wound kind of ruptured. He seems to be, from what they understand, he seems to be there resting. I think Macy said conscious, or he might be conscious now, but she hasn't checked on him since she basically left him at the other medical tent and then went to the meeting that they were at. However, we aren't going to start with them. We're going to start with someone that hasn't been with the party since they were told to get out of their, we'll say, a very close friend's machine after the reveal of their past. Titus, at the moment, you are standing, or probably sitting atop a building, maybe like a 2 or 3 story building overlooking part of the central area of the city. It's not necessarily like the tallest building in the area, but it's decent enough that you can kind of get like a good like swath of what's happening around you and things. You can see there's various groups of people kind of getting things ready. You can hear there's kind of cries in the night as the evening is kind of beginning to settle into a fuller night. There are still some fires and stuff off in the distance in the shanty town. At the docks, it seems like things are starting to die down now, but there is a sign of many people that have been affected by the ensuing conflict, or specifically the assault that happened, as you're now able to kind of take in maybe the fuller extent that it wasn't just the summit, even though you kind of already knew that, but the city itself kind of being partial assaulted here with like artillery and such. It's not, it could be worse. Like I would definitely say, like, you've seen what Memorem like cities being bombed out by the Consortium in the past have looked like. it could be significantly worse. The city is not completely destroyed or anything, but there's signs of like distress, you know. But again, they're at least because of the amount of groups that are here, it seems like that's being quelled a little bit quicker than it might have been ordinarily if it had just been, for instance, just been the consortium. As that's kind of,
If I were to guess a body count,
if you were to guess a body count, that's a good question. Close to maybe, you think anywhere between 5 to 800 across the entire city area. So all districts, including the Shantytown, probably 5 to 800. Maybe casualties, maybe not necessarily dead, but yeah, that's also probably including soldiers as well. In terms of what amount were soldiers and what amount were people, that's a bit harder to tell just because of how much things were like intermingled. But yeah, you can see there's like several medical like areas, like even just not the ones like in the central part, but like in other districts, you can see that they're a lot more active tonight as well. Probably getting in people that have been like, where maybe buildings collapse potentially near on them. People that might have been caught in explosions and stuff like that that are being immediately getting medical attention to. And I mean, it's mostly consortium people, but there are like other people that you are seeing, like others, like soldiers from other groups or militaries, guild teams even that are like getting medical attention, or aiding and giving medical attention, and even some Memorens, you'd see. Actually, notably from the Shantytown area, you actually do see that there are more Memorens, like even in the main central area, receiving medical attention. It seems like they're, for one reason or another, they're not exactly just like shoehorning the Memorens and the Alto type people like in that one area of the Shantytown. They're actually bringing them out if they need to get assistance elsewhere in the city. Why that is, you can make some inferences. You could even ask if you wanted, but I feel like at the moment you're just kind of ruminating on everything and kind of thinking about everything has happened.
Yeah.
You can see your ship. Like, it's not super close, but it's not far enough that you couldn't fly over to it if you wanted to. It's parked between like in like a square. There's actually a couple of ships parked in some squares you can see that like probably are like Auroch vein, more centered, like air vessels. The ship is definitely being repaired. You can see them like fixing and replacing certain panels on the engines, and they seem like they're working on something. Probably just damages that happen. But as that's all happening, you hear a kind of staticky sound for a moment in your ear, and it kind of makes you flinch before you hear you kind of hear like a, how would I put it? A verbal kind of tapping sound.
The hell?
Roll me a, what would this be? Roll me a recollection.
Oh, okay.
Alright. Believe it or not, even with a 6, you're still going to know some things. So, while you don't exactly recognize the pattern, you are able to tell what this is. It's kind of like Morse code, effectively. You're not exactly the best with kind of figuring out what the code could mean, but it, for some reason, feels familiar to you. What was that, sorry? What was that, Paul? I didn't hear you. Uh-oh. You're cutting out a bit. Hello? I think you might have cut out a bit there, but...
Hello?
Oh, there you are. You're good now. Yep, I can hear you.
Okay.
But,
I didn't say anything.
Okay, I think it was just the static I was hearing on your end. Then I might have just thought it was you speaking. But yes, so you even though you kind of have this like weird recognition of it, you're not quite sure. As you're kind of looking around, give me an What's your passive awareness?
I'm gonna take it out again. 17.
17. As you're kind of looking,
Yeah.
you see something. I'd say it stands out to you more than anything. As you're kind of looking at like the different groups of people like running around, like doing whatever in the town and the city, there is a slight kind of oddness as you're looking towards like the east far part of the city, or not east far part of the city.
Okay.
So the west. I'm sorry, the west. Like towards the shantytown area. You notice like what looks to be some weird kind of, I'd almost say like some weird colored lights. And then for a moment you kind of narrow in and you recognize it, at least the pattern, because you just threw an ice version of it maybe around 20-ish minutes ago.
Oh.
It's the same pattern, but it's that direction. Just kind of floating in the sky, and then it starts to dissipate. Like the lights were thrown up for a moment, almost like a firework, and then they kind of start to dissipate.
I fly over there.
You want to
I
fly
also
over that
want
direction?
to.
Go ahead.
Yeah, but before I like land, no, I'm not gonna do it. I'll just fly over there.
All right.
Just be cautious.
So you start flying over in that
Did
direction.
I ready a slumber spell before I?
Yeah. I mean,
land,
you
no?
wouldn't need to necessarily like it's gonna take you a minute to get over to that part of the city. Like it's a pretty decent
Yeah.
distance. But yeah, I could say like when you get there, you can ready it just to make sure like in case something bad happens. So
Okay.
you start flapping your way that direction, and it takes you a good actually decently 15 to 20 minutes to get over there. It's actually a pretty far trek you're going.
Oh.
Okay. But you managed to get over there, at least like in the general vicinity of where you think whatever the lights like came from. And you kind of descend down. Roll me an inspection check.
Mine's
11. Okay.
I
I think you only needed a 10. As you're looking around, you find something that's a bit. You cut out for a second.
Shit, as I was looking around, I find what?
You find what looks to be a note, maybe. As you're kind of flying around and you look left or right, there's like a weird kind of bit of like parchment hanging like ajar at the edge of between a building and an alley. It looks like it's from the general direction that the thing came from. So you gonna take it, or you want to just what do you want to do?
Can I like inspect or like look at it?
Yeah.
Inspect it?
So I kind of see if there's anything like odd about it or anything.
Okay.
As far as you can tell, just from your initial inspection, you don't think it's inherently like you don't see any like tripwires or traps. You don't see any like magical runes, at least physically, like around or on the parchment. So it seems okay.
I roll an awareness.
Yes, you can. Feel free. Hey, there's a big roll. I need to see something. What are their rolls? Okay. You see something in the distance as you're kind of like looking around like the alley and things like that. Further down, like maybe another block, you can see there's like two.
Wow.
What happened? Paul? Uh-oh, it's cutting out again.
Hello?
Okay, you're there for the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay.
So,
This is so stupid.
yeah, sorry.
We're saying
It's alright. So, if you as you're kind of looking back and forth between like the alley and the other parts of the buildings, if you want, I'd almost describe it as like you're kind of sitting in like one of the main walkways, and then the paper at the edge of the building is kind of bleeding into an alley, and further past that there's like another like large like long like walkway path. It'd be like the regular street, and then another alley past that, and faintly you see what looks like the kind of swishing of cloth turn a corner. It definitely wasn't like a window, like a, oh my god, words, like a window shield or seal or anything like that. It wasn't a like the clothing off a window. It wasn't like some like type of flag or something that was held up. It was probably clothing or something turning the corner, like someone carrying like a cloak or something. And they looks like they just.
I'm gonna follow.
You want to try to follow? All right.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing you also notice. You got a 23, right? Yeah, you did. There is, as you're kind of going down the first alley, you hear something shifting in the distance behind you. Not the regular walking, like you can hear like the walking of other people like around the town. It sounds like something like above, maybe on like one of the buildings above you.
I pretend I don't notice.
Okay, but yeah, you are aware of some type of sound. Like it sounds like maybe shifting, like on the shingles of the building above you. And yeah. So you just start following the thing. Are you following quickly, or are you just kind of keeping your distance and keeping just?
I'm warily but swiftly moving.
Okay. Did you take the note, by the way, or did you just walk past it?
Yeah, I took it.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. Are you doing anything with the note, or are you just taking it, pocketing it, and going?
Yeah, I'll look at it.
Okay. The note is in your... Actually, you would recognize it immediately. The note uses the same type of, like, almost I'd say, like, thieves' cant type of system that you used to use at the Silver Lotus, specifically your brand of it, or your group's brand of it. The relative, like, I guess, body of what it says, it's not really a big thing. It just says, meet me at, and it gives like a list of numbers. You could surmise, you've seen these before, like, on, like, the guild's, like, sensors and things like that. They're probably coordinates. And yeah, they kind of say that meet me at this, and it has a kind of a signature that says T.
All
just
right,
the letter T. So you follow this, this cloaked individual for a while. Eventually, you kind of get them like a little bit more in your peripheral vision. You're not sure if they know you're following them or not, but they lead you kind of to the edge of the shantytown, going a little bit further into kind of like the hillside, into where the trees and stuff are a bit more denser. Are you still following?
Yeah, I'll go. What about the guy following?
Are you gonna turn to kind of see what they are doing?
Not outright, but I am gonna like try and.
Or do you want to just like listen in to see if they're following you after you move?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. I'd say I'm not gonna make you roll again necessarily. I'll say that you can hear, like, as you get further into the, like, if you, like, after you leave, like, the actual shanty town, like, edge and go into a bit more of the forest. It's not too far. Like, you're basically, like, you're walking, like, maybe a 10-foot, 20-foot, like, gap between the edge of the shanty town and the forest area. You hear something kind of hit the ground. Not very loud. Like, you think if you weren't really listening well, you actually wouldn't have been able to hear it, but you notice it for a moment, and then it's quiet as you get to the edge of the forest, and then you keep going into the forest, and you hear slight, just every now and again, just the crunch of some leaves, maybe, or the crunch, or this rustling of grass.
Could I, let's say, take out my shadow, but let it play as like actually my shadow?
Yes, kind of like having it like deployed, but it's kind of just like sitting in as your shadow. Yes, you could. Okay. Yep, you can do that. So it doesn't. I will say, it takes like not long at all. Like, you're not leaving this. You're really not going that far out of the shantytown. Maybe like 2 minutes further. where you find what looks to be like a kind of rundown. It looks like it would have probably been like a shack or something. Not a super big one, but not a really small one. It looks like it was about maybe it was a 1 floor building, but it's like a slightly maybe 40 by 40 foot size, like maybe even almost like a bar type of setting. There's a giant hole that's been blown through the roof. It doesn't look recent. This looks like it's been like abandoned and run down for a while. And you just can see that there's a little bit of what looks to be upturned dirt as you get closer to the building. What looks and a light on or a lantern you can see inside that's illuminating from the windows to kind of show that there's something inside of it or someone inside of it.
How well can you hear me right now?
I can hear you fine.
Am I good?
Yep, you're good right now.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Switching to this.
Cool. So, as that happens, or not as it happens, well, no, I guess it would be as it happens. There's kind of a rumble in the sky above you, and you can hear what sounds a little bit like some rain. Kind of starting to pitter-patter around.
Sounds like something pittering.
Like rain. Yeah, you're hearing rain. That's what I'm saying.
Oh. Um.
So, what are you doing? Titus? Oh, did we lose Titus again? I think we lost Titus. Titus, no.
Hello.
Robot. I hear robot.
Damn.
It's weird because it'll sound
MIA.
fine, and then it'll start breaking again. So I don't really know what's happening. It almost sounds like that Titus has multiple audio inputs that are just randomly retroactively switching. Also, I have a question. Can you hear this?
You're talking about the music?
No, not the music. Do you hear like a fan in the background on my mic?
No,
Okay, cool.
I can't hear it.
I don't think it's getting picked up on the actual recording. Hopefully it's not. I apologize in advance for people that if it is. It is just a bit hot in this room, and I would like it a little bit. Your Discord's crashing? Okay.
Okay, hello?
Oh, we heard you. Yep. Hello?
Yeah.
Yep,
you
you're
got,
there.
you hear me?
Yep, you're there.
Just...
Don't worry, we're getting through it. We're getting through it. Alright, so, as we were, Titus.
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to do? After that, I don't know if you heard everything I described, but what would you like to do?
Can you go over like the last couple things again?
Yep, so right now you're looking at what looks to be a slightly ruined cottage, or maybe like bar, potentially, that was out here. There is, I wouldn't really describe it as necessarily like a clearing, but there's obviously like an open air area where the building sits. You can see that there's a giant hole in the roof. It looks like it's maybe I guess it was 1 floor, it's probably 2 floors, maybe about a 40 or 50 foot cubed area of space that this is taken up. And it seems to be, there seems to be a light kind of flickering in the window, so it's probably like a lantern or something on inside. And you can see there's upturned dirt, like someone just stepped into it recently.
Do we have like
Oh, and it's raining.
trackers or beacons or whatever on us, on our persons in the team?
Roll me a knowledge technological.
Okay. Oh, damn.
I want to know if you can figure something out. Yeah, I want to know if you can figure something out. I believe you can figure this out. I won't make the DC too high. I'll make it 15. as far as you can think, you don't. Maybe if you had an armored knight with you, yes, but as far as you're concerned at the moment, no.
All right. So
I mean, you could throw up another
I
ice
take.
explosion, but there's no guarantee they would see it out here.
Yeah, nah. If anything, that'll just cause extra suspicion. I think though, I'll take my first like glance around,
Mm-hmm.
real glance around and behind my blind spots.
All right, roll me another awareness, please.
All right. In a minute, I'm gonna have to use the Discord dice
That's fine.
because my Uber's on its way.
Yep. Ooh. As you now take a much larger look around you to see like your surroundings, you notice behind a tree, maybe about 20, 25 feet, give or take, away from you, there is the slight silhouette of something slightly leaning from behind the tree, looking like the silhouette where the head would be looking your direction. And then as soon as it notices that you see it, it immediately shifts back behind the tree, and you hear the sound of something move.
Okay. I'm gonna go in, but I'll keep my shadow out.
Okay, just keep it outside.
Uh-huh. Okay,
Alright.
it's close.
I think we lost... Nope, there we go, he's back. I was like, I think we lost Pepper for a moment. So, you do that, and you walk inside. The door creaks open, and you can hear the sound of... Oh, you're fine, you're fine. So yes, the door creaks open, and you can hear the sound of something kind of like stomp on the floor. Not heavy, just like heavy boots, you think. Kind of walk around a corner and turn. You can see, or I guess in the background you hear it. As you look to the left, you can see there is kind of on top of what looks to be a broken down, would probably be shelf. There is a thick, like, dark brown kind of jacket that's kind of hoisted over it. Probably you can see it's a little bit wet, probably from the rain that just started hitting the ground or hitting recently. And you can also see that there is signs of at least there's a lantern on the I'd say the bar table where someone seems to have placed it upon. It's a large lantern, I'd say. As the silhouette and the sound begins to get a little bit closer, or not the silhouette outside, but a silhouette appears as the sound gets closer, and you can see a large figure that you recognize immediately, as they are not really wearing anything too concealed anymore. They are Trellis. Or Talus, sorry, not Trellis. Talus, sorry.
Well, I got your signal.
You hear a... They kind of... They seem to look you up and down for a moment without saying much.
I do the same.
You know Talus is somewhat like... Talus is like a much more like reserved person. He doesn't actually speak that much, so...
Yeah.
It's not... I'd say it's not... You don't think this is odd behavior for Talus, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's got his arms crossed, and he kind of looks... And he motions with one arm, like, towards a bar stool, basically, to, like, if you want to sit.
I sort of stay where I am.
At the door?
For a second before I get closer. So was it your idea to come meet me, or someone else?
He nods.
You're not usually the negotiator.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
So what's up?
Curious about something. Well, technical. I'm supposed to be here to ascertain some things. He kind of looks over. He looks at the door. Did you close the door behind you, or did you leave it open?
I left it crack. I didn't close
Okay.
it off.
He just kind of notices. He kind of says, "If you're thinking that this is some elaborate plan to kill you, if that was the case."
You would have done it way before now.
Speaking of, did you come here alone?
What do you think?
I think that I haven't seen you in a long time. But if you came here alone, then you haven't changed that aspect about you. That's strong enough to think you don't need anyone. He sits down when he says that. Not like next to you, but like kind of. I'd say probably like kind of at the opposite, not opposite end of the bar, but like. What's the way? Over top of the bar, you know what I mean? The other side of it, kind of sitting down in a chair. So, gonna continue. Sorry.
I just chuckled. Well, companionship isn't necessarily a luxury I can have. The current moment, I'm alone out of necessity.
Kind of looks over. He kind of thinks, or you can tell he's thinking about something, and he looks at you. You can see he's like kind of looking around you a bit. He says, "Left your shadow outside."
Yeah, just in case, this was a trap.
Smart.
I'd get alerted.
He sits up a bit straighter. He says, "Did you?" He says, "So how do things go with your party? Your other family, I guess."
I think family's kind of a loose term. Once they found out the truth, they casted me aside like I was a rabid dog.
I guess you get to know what that feeling's like.
I've always known that feeling. It's nothing new to me.
Well, I guess it means it didn't stop you from acting the way you did. Yes. Talus is laughing. Sorry.
Yeah. I just exercise and actually gets a serious face.
So what are the
That's the one thing I regret.
He looks up when you say that.
I always wanted to tell you guys why I left. It just everything happened so fast, and I completely lost track of all of you as soon as it was over. I actually did intend on coming back.
Well, all that stuff is in the past, at least for me.
Yeah?
No,
Because you're not hell-bent on revenge like some others?
He said, "No, don't take this the wrong way. I don't, what that means is I don't really care about it.
Well, that's about as much as I can say.
But it does mean that I
might
care
over
about
here.
them. As far as they're concerned, you're not you're a traitor, but more than that, you left your only family to die." Kinda thinks, looking down a bit. That's not something that they'll just look past easily. Not without something being said about it. Or some atonement, I guess.
No.
But
I
back when I knew you, you weren't really big on the whole atonement thing. Which does make me think, as I was saying, that Dorian talked you into joining the guild. As a spy or something? Why'd you join the organization?
No.
He kind of seems like he's waiting to hear you say more. Titus? Because Titus might have been saying something that entire time, and we couldn't hear it. Titus. 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 Oh. Is he back?
Oh, am I back?
Oh, there you are.
Oh wow.
Yep. You sound.
Yeah.
I heard everything.
You sound perfect now. You said you heard everything I said? Okay. I didn't hear if you
Mhm.
answered after he asked that question. That was what I didn't hear.
No.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
So. Okay. What was I gonna say?
I can repeat the question. He said, "Why did you join the
Yeah.
guild?" And he asked if Dorian had you do it as like being a spy, or if Dorian had you do it, and if you're like some type of spy or something, or if you're like, basically, like, why did you join them? Yeah.
Oh. Oh, you didn't hear my response to that.
No, I didn't hear your
Okay.
response. That's what I was asking. Sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. So what did I say? I said
I only heard no,
funny enough.
and yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Funny enough, he actually thought it would change me.
He looks over. A
Make
little
me
bit
more like
more
him.
intently when you say that. Go ahead.
Yeah. How did it make me more like him? I saw it as a test. Well, just to see what would happen. These people, and but
Did you say anything after that? I heard I met these people. Uh-oh. It's unfortunate that it'll work for like a few moments and then it'll cut out. Hope he's typing. You said you can hear us all fine when you lag out. Yeah, this happens to me too. Like, I'll lag out, but apparently everyone could hear me during that time. So. Now it's not letting me back in the call. I hate this. Let me try it one sec. I got an idea. Alright. Try it right now. I tried forcibly disconnecting him to see if it would let him back in. Working now?
okay.
Yep,
Hello?
it's working now. Cool. I forcibly disconnected
Nice.
you that was here to see if that would work. So,
Okay.
cool.
Thank you.
So, as you were.
Yeah. I said, yeah, I met these people. They made me think about the world in a different shade of gray, or what did I say? See things in a different light, different point of view, basically. And I said I wouldn't necessarily call myself good now, but at least more conscious about my effect on others, what it does to me.
So I guess that old man had some merit to everything he does. Huh? Yeah, I guess it didn't matter in the end.
I was a part of the wilderness. I was broken. Not saying I'm not now still, but being a part of the guild helped in some ways. But my
All that being said,
I don't know. It's really
I mean, I saw you came here alone. I figured you were just about to hightail it and leave. Another story or a chink in the armor, I guess you could say.
That would be the easier option.
Would be the route you want to take.
I guess I deserve that.
But this response I made for the fact that you leave it.
Response, obvious. No, me leaving you all, it wasn't a choice I made lightly, and not telling you not telling you why was the only thing I regret. I didn't have time. My brother was.
He looks to the side and just says, but it was a choice you made.
Was a choice I made. And I own it. Accepting the consequences. But these people, the innocents that you killed, the soldiers, I don't give a damn.
Yeah, Warren does like to display his, doesn't he? Oh, you cut out. You said, I heard you say something to it, but you cut out. One sec. Try rejoining again. Damn, actually, I want to hear what you said to that. Here, let me try this. I want to hear. Uh-oh. Is it not letting him in at all? Oh, there he is. Yep.
Okay.
Yep, you're good. Alright. He said that Hawari does like his displays. Continue.
Yeah, I said displays. It was more. I think that was more than a display.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Say what you want about me, but I would never have gone that far. So I'd like to think I.
You know, on the scale of... you would just say, you know, on the scale of sin. Not really sure that either of us can really talk about it.
I think it's our level of sin that gives us the opportunity to judge.
Maybe. If you're wondering, no, I don't exactly like it.
Well, I wasn't. I already know you.
So yeah, is Balin with you?
With the guild, yeah, it took a minute. So I found her before you guys picked her up.
No, she was with that dragon, right?
Yeah, then
How is he recovered? He would just offhandedly say, I did stick a rock in his chest, so...
you two would get along. Pretty cool guy.
I don't know if he'd think that after he finds out who stuck a rod through him.
Oh, it was you?
Guilty as charged.
I just assumed one of you was it all three of you?
For that operation, I believe it was me and him.
That makes sense.
Well, not exactly. Me and Neil on the island, that part of the island. Umbra took care of Dorian.
Yeah, I gathered that.
looks over. He would just kind of look at you up and down and say, "You look surprisingly calm." I would expect you to be a bit more outraged at that. Or is this what you call your atonement? Fall. Titus. Titus.
Damn it!
Nope, you're
I'm
back.
out again.
You're good. You're good. Go, 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 go. Quick. No. Alright, rejoin.
Damn.
God.
On this episode, Titus dies.
On this episode, Titus ripped to the Shadow Realm he's torn to the Shadow Realm every 5. I swear it's like on a time limit. It's like every 3 minutes it feels like it does it. Yeah, okay. Yours should be good. I meant to say you should be good. If he's ripped to the Shadow Realm. No. That's alright. Honestly, they're actually almost done with this conversation, believe it or not, so. Talus didn't come. I keep wanting to say Trellis, but it's Talus. Wait for him to come back. What was the last thing I said? I'm not gonna lie, I forgot. Oh, I remember. Never mind. I just remembered. It was about why he's not upset about the Dorian thing. It's, oh, there we are. Alright.
My phone is so annoying.
So, he was asking, he said he's surprised that you're not more upset about the Dorian thing, and he said, is this that part of that atonement you're talking about? Or is this part of that atonement, I guess what he said. That was all he said, though. Titus? Huh.
He died again.
Wow, that time that's surprising. Like it was within 2 seconds this time. Oh, you got a call. Okay. Yep, we can hear you. Cool. Okay.
Okay. Jesus. All right. What was I saying? Oh yeah.
Yep, go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. So when I got there to look for Dorian, all I could feel was Umbra. After that, all I could feel was rage, confusion.
Urge. Oh, there you go. And there, you're gone again.
Damn it.
Is it working again? We apologize for the technical difficulties of this session.
It's alright. At this point, just get a new phone.
I think it's more than a new phone.
New phone or Wi-Fi.
Because even at when he was at his computer, it was still having issues. I think it probably is a mic issue, like specifically a mic issue. We might need to like try to test out and see why. The thing is, I don't remember this happening as much a while ago, so I feel like it might be some type of new setting or something. Maybe I wonder if he had an update on his computer or potentially the mic. If he has his mic plugged in, there might be a chance that he plugged it into an outlet that's a bit kind of fucky. So, I know I had that problem with one of my old mics. So I had to switch the USB port it was going into. That seemed to fix it. Why that was the case, I don't know, because I can still use that USB port for, like, I have a hard drive plugged in right now, so I don't know.
Could be.
We'll see, we'll see. I don't mind. I don't mind doing a little video edit here and adding a section to cut this into if we need to do this later. But I would like to finish it all in one moment. Come on. I wonder if it's just Discord or if it is another issue. Because I feel like it might be not just a Discord issue. Because if we're all hearing the same like issues, then it can't be. Oh.
Oh,
Alright. Quickly. We're almost there.
I legit had to restart my network and then restart my phone.
Alright.
How
Alright.
long of it?
As you
Quickly,
were.
flee!
Yeah, so Jesus.
You ended on the rage part. That was where I heard.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm bit tapped out on rage. So all that's just left is confusion. And I look at him in the eyes. What are you doing here?
He kind of looks down a little bit, thinking. I told you I was supposed to come here to gauge some things. But in a personal matter, I guess I wanted to see what the man Titus was became. I don't really know what to do with that information, though. And also, he kind of looks over at you. Phone, no. Go away. Sorry, my phone. I got a spam text. Or spam call. He kind of looks over. He'll look over at you, Titus, now meeting your gaze. And he'll say, did you ever find that attachment, by the way?
You know, for a second I thought I did. Look into you guys and try.
You're back? I think it's back.
I'm gone again.
Yep, you're good.
Am
You're
I-
good. No, you're good.
I'm back.
Yep, you're back. Yep.
Okay. What did you stop hearing?
You guys. After you guys.
Okay. Yeah, thought I would look for you guys. And I found out you were all dead. Then I found out that was false. Then all of this shit happened.
What did you hope to find when you found us?
I don't know. revenge, whatever.
So, don't really need you anymore. Got 2 new leaders.
You see, you can say that. Yeah, you can say that as much as you want. Everything will change once.
So, once what?
Once you figure out what your place is.
Until you figured out what yours is.
What'd you say you cut out?
Oh, I think that was me that time. I said,
Dragon?
hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yep, that was me that cut out that time. I said, he asked if you figured out where, he said, and you figured out where your place was. He was asking.
Well, I know where it is now, at least in the guild.
Oh, you think they'll still take you back?
He shrugs.
Well, I guess if they take someone like you back. Kinda chuckles to himself. In any case, not gonna run, not gonna hide. I guess that makes us enemies.
Doesn't have to.
He looks at you.
You heard that. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I heard you. Yeah, he just looks at you and he says, "Doesn't." But that is how it is right now. I'm not going to leave my family. And I'll do everything I can to keep you safe, even if that means killing you.
Makes you feel any better. I don't think it's.
You cut out. You said if it makes you feel any better, what? Wait a second. Alright, say something now.
Now.
Good. Alright, go ahead.
Like,
Okay.
Said if it
And
makes
it's
you
not
feel
you
any
have to
better.
worry about.
me too. It's not me you have to worry about.
Thank you. Yep, there we go. Got it.
Here now.
He thinks for a second. I guess not. Yeah, one pilot and that one vanguard. They were something.
Yeah. It honestly surprised me when I met them.
What's that? Yeah, thanks. Well, I confirmed all I needed to confirm.
Oh yeah.
Technically speaking, my orders were if you were supposed to give you, well, exactly to comply, I guess, in the sense of leave. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. He sits up and he will walk
what
over
were
to
your
his
orders?
jacket. I told you. Technically, it was just to observe. They didn't exactly say how I have to do it, though. You can see he kind of starts putting on his jacket.
Can I roll?
Can you roll? Do you want to roll mood? If you want to roll mood, feel free. I don't know if you can hear me, but go ahead if you can. Oh, awareness of your shadow? Yes, you can.
Exclamation point. Roll
1d20 and then plus the number.
D20. Hmm.
Nice.
Okay, it's sending. Oh, okay.
Yep, we got it. Your shadow sends you a sensation that's like... The sensation you get is that of... Not necessarily warning, but like caution. You feel like something is
Okay.
near. Like a feeling of closeness and warning. Not necessarily like danger, just like caution.
Can I look through its eyes?
I don't know if you have that power yet, but there is a power that lets you do that eventually. You might have to check your class abilities.
That might be a level 6 ability.
I think it might be, which is funny considering soon that you will have level 6 abilities.
Yeah. Okay. That's the case. Actually, I don't know which building. So I'm in the back door, whatever. If that's the case, I will roll that move now.
Yep, go ahead and roll the move.
Pretty sure my move is a 1. It might be a 2 though. Hold on.
It might be... It's probably whatever your student is, unless you put something into it.
I think my studentess was a 2, but I'm not sure.
If it's a 2, then yeah, it's a 2.
It is. It is.
Then it's a plus 2.
Oh no, it's a 1. It's a 1. Never
No,
mind.
then never mind, it's a 1. Oh. You're unable to read Talos' move. It was his...
Damn it.
Yeah. But he just puts his stuff on. You can see he looks. He gives one glance back and just says, "For now, see you on the battlefield."
I don't think he will.
Kind of stops and looks over, and then he kind of thinks, and he thinks, "No, I will," and he leaves. That was funny. the music, you can't, I don't know if you can hear it, but at that moment the music made a sound of like a door swinging open and closing.
Oh wow.
That was very convenient. But yes. Titus, you are left there with the rain kind of echoing in the background. Your shadow sends you another sensation of caution and then warning.
I ready my.
Yep. Oh, one moment. I'm in the middle of the session. Around 9 or so. Yes. That's about the best I can do. Is that good? I have not. Oh, I mean, I thought you meant for dinner. Just some snacks, same thing.
Was it this side or was it that side? I don't remember.
I probably will, unless I get like a larger number. So,
That is a
right.
bench.
Okay, back. Sorry about that. That was short enough that I didn't pause or anything like that. But anyway, so you were saying you were getting ready, Titus, just in case. You grab kind of your weapon to your side. You just staying in the building?
Kind of back up.
Okay. You hear the sound of something outside the building, and the building kind of like begins to rattle and shake as something you can see out in the window flies past overhead, and the building stops shaking. As whatever is moving, the sound of like thrusters going off gets further away.
Yeah, it was annoying.
Yep.
Okay.
And then the sensation of warning it goes away. It goes back to caution, but no warning anymore.
Alright, I walk out.
Mm-hmm. Your shadow is just sitting there, the rain kind of trailing off of its large cloak.
Guess I'll run another awareness. Just for myself this time.
Okay. Wow.
Wow.
Well, luckily,
Nothing
you,
natural.
yeah, I know. You are unable. You're just kind. I imagine you're just kind of thinking about the conversation. Maybe the last kind of change, change of phrase as well, or not change of phrase. I'm sorry, my brain. The last exchange of words as well is what I meant to say. Where you had said that you wouldn't see him on the battlefield, and he kind of looked back and just kind of said, "No, he will," and then you left. Just kind of thinking about what he might have meant.
Okay.
And such, but you are left there in the forest. You don't hear or see anything outside of, like, you see like a couple of woodland creatures kind of like walk by. There's these like black and green like ferret, like large like ferret or badger looking creatures that kind of like are crawling up a tree. They kind of look at you. You can see their eyes glimmer in the darkness, but then they keep crawling up it.
Alright, I'll shout. You're still out here. Just show yourself. I hope that works.
The rain is all that's left that you hear. There's
Ugh.
no movements from the rest of the forest.
And I soul sense?
You could, if you'd like.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that. That's a 5. Or 7. Something was a 7.
I feel like your soul sensing is a 7. I think that was higher than from what I remember. Unless I'm thinking of your,
Okay.
your knowledge is, but yeah, I think it's 7.
Ooh. Okay,
Yeah,
I'll
just
just
go
do
with
it.
7. That's fine.
Yep.
And then Imiko and Apane, get ready, because we're going to cut over to you.
Game?
There we go. 14.
This fucking...
So, you sense, you can feel those strange woodland creatures giving off like a primal signature, and some other things in the forest around. You do not detect anything too much out of the ordinary, like an odd signature that seems like it would match that of more of like a humanoid creature or something like that. Nope. Seems like just you, your shadow, the woodland creatures, and just the natural thrum of nature. And the rain. Well, the rain's not giving you a soul signature, but you know, just the rain in the background. Your shadow kind of gives you like a quizzical look, like kind of just tilts its head a bit, confused. It gives you an impression or an emotion that kind of is like wonder or like kind of questioning, like. You know, it almost is like, it's almost more directly like asking like what now or like what next.
Wait, can you hear me?
I can now, yes.
Okay, yeah. I just take it in and fly off
All right, where are you flying
after
to?
shrugging. I guess the ship.
Okay. We'll catch back up with
That
what's
looks
happening. Later.
On that note, I'm gonna go.
Feel free. All right. All right. Apani and Imiko. we will now cut over to you. Let's change the mood a little bit.
Oh no.
Oh, don't worry. I'm totally not gonna play something like Blissful Death or anything. No, I'm joking. I'm not gonna do that. Where is it? Is it this? Yes, this is the one I'm looking for. Alright, so. I actually don't know if Apani is. Wait, I think I took a little nap before things, as we were doing things with
No,
Titus.
no.
I will text them real quick. We'll see if they are good.
Hmm.
You good? Question mark. Cool. Actually, I would have calling them would have been better. That's fine. I'll figure that out later. But let me just make sure of something real quick. Yeah, I had to pull up. I had the stuff pulled up for that Titus conversation. I had to make sure I had the stuff pulled up for you guys. Okay. This is what I needed. Wait. Okay, yeah, that's the right section. I had to make sure that is the case. So. Well. So. Imiko.
Yes.
Alright, so. You walk with Apani and Latricia over to the medical area where, well, I guess, where you know Brew to be resting, or supposed to be resting, so to speak. In the medical area, as you get to the door there, you can hear the sound of some, what sounds like probably a little commotion, as what looks to be Gwendolyn is actually kind of trying to wrestle Brew right now.
If
They're having the snuggle short. No, I'm joking. They're not doing that.
hey, what you mean? What you talking about?
No,
Hey.
he's too injured for that. No. They're having like it looks actually like he is struggling to get out of her grip, and Gwendolyn actually has a tight enough grip that she's kind of like keeping him bound on the bed. He's like trying to get off. He is wrapped. You can see his from like his left side kind of strapped around. He's got like this large like these large like bindings and bandages like going up the side of him. Probably where his wound was, where they looks like he's probably sewn him up. And Gwendolyn is saying like, "You dumbass, you're going to open up your wound again."
Okay, so what's happening here?
Brew kind of like sees all of you enter, and he kind of stop. You can see he immediately stops struggling. Gwendolyn takes this opportunity to just like smack his head back down on the bed and like kind of keep him like sit there for a moment. And she says, she'll just say that Brew is trying to leave. Well, no, she would say Brew is trying to take an armored knight and leave.
Okay, so Tommy, why exactly are you trying to get into a mech even though that you're clearly fucked up?
Brew will kind of he kind of looks like he's like heavy breathing a little bit, and it's starting to calm down a bit now that like Gwendolyn has obvious support. So he just I'm not I'm sorry.
You're clearly not.
He kind of
You should probably.
no, that's
You
not,
should rest.
I
Yes, you do. You should. Gwen,
can't
keep
just
him down.
and Gwen just says she just nods like affirmatively. He's like, "No, I can't sit here. It's my
And
fault.
why can you not sit there?
It's my fault Avery's in danger."
What are you wait, slow down. What do you mean, like your fault?
Oh, one sec. It was my bad. 40-ish.
Oh.
They're asking about Jai. The new.
Oh, Jai.
Yeah.
Oh, is Apania?
I do not think Apani is up right now.
Ah,
Apani,
gotcha.
are you awake? I have a question. No, that's not fine. I just told them that I would tell them. Shit, that woke me. That snapped me up too. God. I'm pretty sure that got picked up on the actual Discord audio. So anyone watching just probably fucking jump to. I'm sure they'll get up soon. It's fine. I told them in like 30-ish that I tell them. As they were. I apologize for that interruption.
Oh, good.
Anyways, you were saying, Imiko to Brew after he said it was his fault that Avery's in trouble.
Yeah, I asked him, say, oh, whoa, slow down, Tommy. What do you mean it's your fault?
He looks down and he'll kind of. I haven't. At this point he just stopped struggling, you can tell. Gwendolyn also notes that he stopped struggling and just kind of like leans a little bit back off of him.
Okay.
I worked for the Retribution.
Imiko's like, even with her like it's in the ears, she's like, what was that?
This time instead of looking down, he looks at you all. I worked for the Retribution.
Imiko's like looking around, like looking at Trish, Apani, and then Gwen, looking to see if
Gwen
if he's
seems
like,
like
hear this.
she seems less. How to put this? Gwen doesn't actually seem necessarily upset, and seems more concerned about Brew. You notice? Latricia seems to be just kind of looking Brew up and down, but not necessarily. From her immediate expression, she doesn't look angry. She just maybe looks a bit confused. Apani at the moment does not seem to be completely more like emotionless, just kind of completely immutable. More like stern face, I guess I'd say.
So
He says, "I've been
let me get this straight.
working for them."
Wasn't that by me again? Say that again?
I've been a mole working for the Memorem Retribution. I've been doing it for most of my time here.
How long was this happening? Has this been going on?
Every time up until 6 months ago.
I mean, after doing the preach, right?
Right around that time, yes.
Tommy, come on. This is not time for jokes.
He'll look at you directly, Imiko, and he'll just say, "I'm not joking."
Oh boy.
And the reason that they went after Crow, I can only imagine, is because...
Wait.
Because he kind of
You didn't mention about Crow, did you? She's like now looking at him like with pinpoint accuracy now.
I didn't. I never said anything about Crow specifically, but I should have known they probably had other moles around looking.
Did you also told them about my condition as well? Well, they already know about that, but beforehand?
No. I believe that they know about that before.
And what kind of secrets did they know about this during the 6th month? How much did you tell them?
He kind of looks over and he says, I told them most things before Darren preached, but oh, who was that? We lost. Oh, sorry, he'll be back in a moment. Oh, you good? That's all right. He was answering. He was saying, I told them most things before Darren Beach.
So you also told him about the our vanguards then?
Yes.
And the secrets as well. What's inside too.
No, I didn't. I stopped telling them about that.
Why did you stop then?
You don't have to believe me.
Oh no, I don't believe you one whit of it, but I'm definitely want to hear what you're saying. So tell me why the fuck did you like leave them?
I couldn't continue anymore. You can see there's you can see like a little bit of him like tearing up. I don't deserve it, I know. I don't deserve the cry about this. I don't deserve to feel bad at all, especially with Avery in danger like this. I couldn't continue with them. Not after everything.
Not after what happened during the summit.
Before then, even. I can't. I can't look at everything they've done anymore. I couldn't stay with the cause anymore. Not after being with the guild like I was. Not after being with you all like I was. He looks a little bit at Gwendolyn. And he kind of says, I couldn't anymore. It may sound pathetic, but even if you don't trust me, you can throw me in the slammer, hell, you can torture me, you can kill me if you want. I'll accept it. But that's not happening before I help get Avery back.
As he says this, could I check inside me, see what the opinions my second
You
my
don't
second
actually hear anything yet. It seems like the voice is quiet. You don't feel like you can feel a little bit of like the heat, or I guess like the lunar energy kind of bellowing, but not necessarily violent yet. It just feels like it's there. So it's definitely aware. It's just not necessarily. It doesn't seem like it's activating yet. Maybe it's because you haven't done anything definitive yet.
I look to Trish and Apani. So, what do you guys think?
The Trish kind of asks. I think she would ask. Why did you join the Retribution? Why did you help them? He kind of looks down a bit, and he kind of like wipes his arm, takes his arm and wipes his eyes. I was angry. I was angry. I was so goddamn angry.
Hey, same here.
He nods. So many more bullshit by my Lapsus munitions, Consortium munitions, greed and pride. So many people in Memorem have died and suffered because of the Consortium. You can see he's kind of balling up his fist on the side of the bed. Gwendolyn kind of murmurs like, your team. He kind of looks, he just kind of nods down a bit. The Civil War was in main part funded and perpetuated by the tycoons like Darren Preach and worse. You may think we finished them off, but I assure you, the main ones, like the Godwins and that, you can see like his fist kind of kind of emitting a little bit of energy as he's kind of like gripping the bed. That feckless bastard Chase Overodds. well. More of them as well. They'll get away scot-free. They're nestled a bit too much to be taken off the board by the other consortium leaders, I imagine. They knew of them. The old council, all of them knew. He did nothing. But this new consortium government. Half of them are merely an echo of the last. Chase, Cyrilek, Emmanuel. Look, he says, you saw what happened at the... Even though all of the things you did, you saw what happened at the June district, didn't you? All this is on the rise. Corruption all across the consortium guard. Look at how they treat their people. He also the tell, Ethan. I hated this rotten country, this vile fucking country. How did it to its core? But I can't.
You can't what?
He kind of sits up a bit. The biggest change happened when I joined up with the guild for more fully, and when I met all of you. When I met people like Macy. It was hard. It was hard to keep the faith, you know, believing that they're all like that. I couldn't do it anymore. I kept wavering on it. What I saw as the Consortium was beginning to shift and mold into something else. It was... What I saw as the outside was no longer the case. I guess that old man's right.
So you're saying you got cold feet and decided to turn away, and your group decided to change things up a little from what it was before. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, that is the case.
Hmm.
Run away just like last time. I got cold feet.
Well, you're not the only one who runs away, I'm guessing.
He looks over. You mean Titus?
Yeah, who do you think I was referring to?
He kind of says, I heard the broadcast where I was still somewhat...
Yeah. Yeah, we'll deal with that later. But for now, we're dealing with you now.
He nods. Patricia... Oh, go ahead, unless you're gonna say something.
No, just like keeping a monitor on my other half.
On the other, just this case. There's a little bit of heat and kind of bellows. You can feel it saying like you can hear the echo a little bit of it saying like traitor type, like just murmuring it slowly, but not necessarily bellowing it too much. Latricia is gonna kind of ask, she says, and what about Avery? Why are they after him? He kind of looks. They probably think it's because he has he kind of thinks. They probably figured out that he has expertise and knowledge of the planet system and the guild's secret vanguard's development. They've been watching our group for a while, since the island incident. Oh, not island incident, what was it? Since, what was it? Since the Haiti incident. I guess that was the island incident, because it happened on an island at first, but then, yeah, it would be the Haiti incident, sorry. They wanted Avery. I imagine because they can't get Kaya.
I'm kind of hurt they didn't consider me.
No.
You know.
Himiko, you're many things, many great things even. But Crow offers them something they don't have. The planet system.
And what's that?
The planet system.
You mean the one that we found on the Vanguard?
Who knows? Latricia kind of says, she kind of thinks, Avery is the one that, she kind of thinking out loud, like, Avery is the one that has the most knowledge about it outside of Kaya.
Yeah.
It's the thing that made your channeling forms. It's, Brew kind of says, it's a platform for it could be a platform for mass-producing weapons and other types of technology off of real-time data.
Oh, so you decided to tell them all about that, huh?
No, I didn't.
Ah.
That's why they wanted Crow. They wanted him to be their aid for it. But she's just like, Crow would never. She's like, I know. I didn't say he'd willingly do it.
So, I need to ask, who was the original leader for this... What's this called? This group.
Latricia kind of says the
Retribution?
Memorem Retribution.
Yes. Yeah, who was the original leader? She looks to Tommy.
Brew kind of thinks, looks up, closes his eyes for a moment, and then just takes a deep breath. He looks more like straight ahead, and he says,
Before he says that, like, hold up. You don't have any dead man switch on you, right? If you ever say any of the names you decide to die.
Latricia, when you say that, Latricia does look like she was kind of making sure to eye if he had any like runes or something. He says, I can assure you that that's not the case. I was never stupid enough to let them do something like that to me.
I mean, sometimes they're kind of smart.
Besides, it doesn't
Sometimes
matter.
they don't.
You should all know who it is. Well, they revealed who they are now. Awari and Watar. Former head of the Watar house.
Awari and Watar.
Hawari and Watar is his name.
Awari and Watar. Do they ring a bell?
You've heard them before, I think. Wait, actually, I don't know if Emiko has. Because I think Titus knows of them because he talked with Tahari and Ishin. Apani knows who it is because she heard the story from Ishin when she talked about when he talked to her about his old friend. I imagine I don't know if Apani would have shared this necessarily with you all, but I think she would probably share it now. So she would probably outline that Hawari and Watar was the former head of the Watar house, was one of the main, effectively leader families in Memorem before the Civil War and during partially. However, as far as she knows, the house was destroyed. It was basically destroyed during the Civil War after it was already just like a shambling mess after the Consortium cut all their backing from them and the Rising War. They were upheld, them and another family were upheld by the Consortium until they basically abandoned them, and that kind of fucked them over. However, yeah. So, Hawari was believed to have been dead.
And from this broadcast that we heard from before, that
was his voice.
Do we already know who? Yeah,
yep, that was him. He even identified who he was, so you know for a fact that was, at least as far as he is saying that he is Hawari and
Watar. Okay. So he's still in leadership, correct, Tommy?
He would say he is the leader. He is the leader of Memorem Retribution, as far as things are considered.
And they have aligned themselves with the AOS then.
He kind of looks over. Patricia says, we don't really know, but if they know about you, there's a good chance that E634 is working with them.
Yeah, well, since since Neil decided to say that, I'm guessing they throw their lot in with them.
That's the case. That might explain a lot of their weaponry and their preparedness.
Yeah. Including the Vanguard that, what was it called? A Jin something?
Chain
Jin, yeah.
She kind of looks over and she says, Bro, what do you know about that unit? It's like, not a lot, honestly. I barely knew about the fact that Titus's old group was working as the Crimson Lotus, but I found out shortly after the incident involving Dorian and Balin. I think that was the first time when I started to regret everything.
Oh. You regret, huh?
Yes, and I told you, you don't have to believe me.
Hmm. What's my other half doing?
It's actually, it seemed like it was beginning to bellow, but it's starting to seemingly calm down, you feel? For some reason?
Hmm. Oh, is that a nerd?
Oh,
I see.
is Apani back?
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Hello.
Also, real quick question. Question about Jai. Nancy wanted to know about hair color for Jai, if it's the same as the reference image, and fur color if it's the same as the reference too. You can just message them when you'd like. Because I believe they're doing it now.
Oh, wait.
Oh,
Are you doing the commission
yeah.
stuff?
Yes, Jai's getting done right now. It's a rush job, real quick.
Who's that?
Oh.
Who?
Don't worry, you'll see when it's done. And she probably at the show too.
Yeah. I don't think I have Nancy added on Discord yet.
Can you? I think you should be able to just click them and then message them. Just say like hi, and then send them a message. They have the. I don't know what the character is that's on their thing, but they've had it for a minute.
Oh, nice. What's their artist name?
It's me, Nancy.
Me, Nancy.
Yeah, if you click their profile, it has it there. I think.
Sick.
They are.
Anyway.
They also have the dev artist role, so.
Ooh, nice.
So, yes. But anyway, brain. Right, back to the things. You are also, Apani, this is midway in the conversation with Brew. He has revealed things. Apani, I have had just being stone-faced for most of the time. They're currently asking him about what he thinks he knows and stuff like that. Gwendolyn seems concerned about Brew. Latricia seems... She doesn't seem angry, but she's just asking questions to Brew. Like, why he joined them was one. He answered why. Why they were after Avery, he answered why. And then I think now they're asking about the chain gen, the Vanguard unit. And he said he doesn't know a lot about it. And then, what was the other thing? There was another thing I was talking about. What was I talking about?
I think I did not hear that before.
Well, in any case, because I don't remember what I was saying. My bad.
Okay.
Brew would, so I guess not Brew, but Latricia had asked, I believe. Oh, that's not what I wanted. There we go. Latricia had asked. Oh, he was saying like you might not believe him, but like he does. He's here for a reason, I guess he was what he was gonna say. Which Latricia kind of thinks. I feel like there was something else I was saying, but I'll just skip over that because I don't remember. She's going to ask. So you're on our side? Brew kind of looks over at her. By the way, she's like staring directly at him, like meeting his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of looks over and says, yes. You don't have to believe me. But yes, I am.
Which is to be decided anyway. Actually, Trish, how much time do we have left before we finish this operation with Crow? Deciding on
I believe we're planning on leaving in the morning, based on Balin's estimate. She should be giving us some more information about it soon. They're still trying to reach out
Right.
to Iconfall as well.
Well, we'll be there regardless. Then she stared at Crow. Not Crow.
Yeah.
Crow, what are you doing here?
Yeah, Crow. Crow.
He stared at Tommy. So, I think you'll be coming with us, and by the time we'll see. We'll see how you do. If you're doing good, well, maybe we'll let you off lightly. If not, well, we'll see what happens.
He kind of looks over.
Connie just glares.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Just stare at Connie just glares.
You're slightly quiet. I have you cut up as well.
Oh, I was saying Apani just glares.
So she just glares?
Hmm.
Okay, just making sure I heard that right. Alright, I adjusted the audio. Yep, you're good now. Alright, cool. He kind of... he looks over, he sees both of you and Latricia. Latricia kind of says, why did you come back? Kind of thanks.
You know, you could have turned tail and leave.
But that would be running away. And I'm not doing that anymore. Not anymore.
Well, at least you're not doing it tight, so.
He chuckles a bit at that. So I'm guessing he's not exactly here, is he?
Not right now. We'll decide on that until we're done. Until we're done with the mission, I'm guessing. Or before the mission. Who knows?
That being said, bro, you're not exactly in any condition to aid us at the moment. He kind of looks up and he's like, it's fine. I can handle it. He kind of sits up a bit, and you can see there's a couple blotches of red in the bindings on him, and Gwendolyn just kind of pushes him back down.
Can you actually? Because it looks like after what happened with Neil, it looks like it'll be out of commission for a few months.
He's like, why does it matter? I just
You're
said,
not gonna die. You're not gonna die if that's what you're thinking.
I'll be fine.
Can you? Can you stand? He looks to Gwen like, Gwen, just back off a bit. Let's see Mr. Strong guy over here can handle it.
Alright. Brew. This is injury. Okay, Brew kind of sits up off the bed, and he kind of tries to stand. He takes a couple steps, and he kind of, stumbles a bit forward towards your group. He'll kind of, he kind of slams his fist down, kind of catching himself.
Oh. So you... Well, he can stand for a few steps, I guess.
He kind of starts to stand back on his feet. You can see his leg wobbles a bit, where the left leg, where the wound, is towards his chest. And he holds, his side with his right arm. He's right hand. He's like, I'm fine. I told you. I just needed a bit to get off my feet.
As he does that, Himiko just pushes him.
Alright, I gotta roll something. I'm gonna give him a penalty. That doesn't matter. Himiko, I would say, Himiko, are you pushing him hard?
Oh no, it's just like a one finger tap,
you
that's
tap
it.
him, where are you tapping him?
Tapping him on the chest.
You tapped him on the chest, and they just buckled onto their knees, kind of holding themselves and, shivering in pain. And they're, his eyes are a little bit bulgy, and he's just, you can see he's very much trying to not scream right now in pain, and he's just
Himiko, despite his her casual tone, she's looking down at him with in a passive gaze, yeah, as I said, you're not fit for combat.
Gwendolyn is going to walk over and like help Brew get up as well now, and kind of help him get back to the medical bed. Latricia, you know what? Let me roll something. Latricia is actually going to help him as well. You can see, like, as he's like getting lifted up, her tail kind of swings over and slowly lifts him up a bit too. He kind of like, you can see Gwendolyn sets him back down, or lays him back down. He just kind of, he's heavy breathing, like he's in a lot of pain. He's trying to feign he's not, but it's very obvious he's in a lot of pain. And Gwendolyn's like, I gotta research this.
Mm-hmm. Do so. And she looks to Tommy. Well, that like has our division like completed then? You're not coming to the mission, but you can use our radio to call in.
He kind of looks like he's trying to say Avery. He's like, Avery.
Yeah.
Latricia just kind of says, we'll get Avery, don't worry. He just kind of looks over at her, looks over at you, and just kind of like, you can see his breathing calms a little bit.
Could I? Imako looks to Brew like, despite Callous action beforehand, she looks at it for a few brief seconds and she lights up a paracausal-like energy.
Okay.
And she wants to attempt to heal him.
I don't necessarily know if you... Wait a second. What is your type?
Moon.
There is... I
Luna.
can't remember. Does Moon have that guidance thing? It's like your second level thing. Because it can't... If it does, you technically can heal him. It won't close the wound, but it will definitely give him some stuff.
I think so, but I don't have my sheet ready. I'm on my phone.
Don't worry, I'm pulling it up. It would be in your lineage background stuff? Yes, background stuff. Alright. Here it is. Beckoner. I think it's, was it? No, it's losing form. No. Beckoner? Ah, here it is. It's not there. Oh! Right. You don't have it yet, because you're a regular lunar wielder. You're not an emissary yet. Okay. So, in terms of things, you can't heal him, necessarily. But you can... I guess I'll say, as you kind of, like, draw out some of your lunar energy, Latricia and Gwendolyn kind of immediately notice, and there's, like, a look from Gwendolyn of concern, like, whoa, like, type thing. And Latricia kind of looks over.
Let me handle this for a bit. And she just like doesn't like approach Brew's pet, but she just like holds out a hand up towards Brew, and she just
you hear a voice.
And she just
head.
like, yeah.
What are you trying to do?
Healing this idiot. We're not killing him just yet.
We can't.
Oh, we can.
We don't have that power.
Not yet, but we can. Just do so.
I don't have the abilities.
Yes, we can. Just help.
There's like it's almost a sigh of like annoyance for a moment. You hear in your head, why do you want to help him?
Despite everything that happened, I trust him more than Titus. Surprisingly and shockingly. But now.
An actual honest answer for once.
Oh, it was actually honest? I never knew.
Shut up. You feel a sensation fill your hand, and there is energy that begins kind of slowly, kind of almost like a rain dripping onto Bruce's side, and kind of slowly kind of coalescing on part of his body. She says it's not going to heal him, but at least it'll regenerate any spiritual aura he's lost.
It'll be a start regardless. Also, I had some thinking about Titus. I don't want to kill him, but I do like the bit of maiming him, though. We can do that.
There's a weird sensation of maybe I'd say acceptance, like that is acceptable terms type feel, but it kind of like begins to subside as you start to trail off more energy, and you feel a bit woozy for a moment before the energy subsides.
Yeah.
Latricia
Before it subsides, I'll just
catch you as well.
Yeah. Before the energy subsides, in her head, she'll say to the other half, "Thank you," before it cuts off.
Latricia's like, Mika, are you right?
Yeah. Took the wind out of my sails, but hey. Gwen, could you look at Tommy? See if he's alright. Oh,
she nods and she just says that she'll make sure that she gets him the medical attention, the medical attention this idiot needs.
Yeah, then he looks to Trish. Nah, don't worry about me. I just used a cup of my energy just to like heal him up a bit.
That's as she's about to say something, the door slides open, and you hear two people walk in. Actually, three people walk in. As at the door, Apani, you can see as well. What actually during this time, what has Apani been doing? I'm curious.
You're kind of quiet.
You're cutting out, or you're quiet. One or the other. Can't hear. Apani?
Hear me?
Oh, there you are. Yep. All right. You were saying?
I was saying Apani has been silently glaring the whole time, but Apani did chuckle a bit when Emiko poked through.
Emiko poked through, and he started like retching on the floor. Yeah. Any reaction to Latricia helping, or Emiko helping, or just still kind of glaring?
Neutral.
Okay, neutral. At the door, you would see Lyshishka, and you would see Kaya enter, as well as Balin shortly after them. As the Balin's looking at like a basically what looked effectively is like a tablet. Balin's looking at a bunch of stuff and like flashing through things. And Lyshishka kind of walks in very sternly and like looks left and right, sees Brew, and she just, what did that idiot do? And she'll walk over. All right. She'll look around at the party. Makes sure she looks over, sees that Brew is still breathing, and she takes like a sigh of relief. But she's like, "All right, he's not dead. Good." Yep, Emiko, are you gonna say something?
Oh yeah, I was about to say. Yeah, he's fine. Just trying to get up, just to prove a point. Decided to reopen wounds, so. Isn't that right, Gwen?
She kind of looks over and she says, "So he did get injured from that, from him disappearing on us." Yeah, and she like looks over. Bruce seems like he is like slightly in and out of consciousness. She just says, "Never mind. It's moot. I'll chew his ass out later. The rest of you." She looks over. Sees kind of Gwen sitting with Brew and like helping him. We can. Yeah, I'll have this conversation here. All right. What did Brew tell you?
You want the full truth, or you want the slightly veiled truth?
I'd like to know what he told you.
Okay. She looks to Trish, and she looks to Apani, and then she looks to Gwen. What are the reactions?
Gwen doesn't seem to be reacting. Latricia just kind of like motions to go ahead, like a nod, like go ahead. Apani?
Apani turns her eyes.
Uh-oh, you're cutting out. You said Apani turns what?
Apani turns her head and goes to It goes from glaring at Brew to glaring at Luscious.
It's just kind of like her eye like looks over towards you, and she's kind of like, "What's that look for?"
Oh, go ahead,
You
Bonnie.
knew.
Hmm.
You knew.
Yes, I did.
You knew, and yet you didn't say anything about it.
No, because she answers no because he wasn't supposed to tell anything about it yet.
Why didn't you say anything
Honey's
about it?
He said Fonny's glaring at her.
Honey's glare increases.
She kind of looks over. Alright. She'll look over at Brew. I need to pull up something one moment. She's not delaying what she's saying. I am trying to find what exactly is like the extra bits that she knows.
So
Yep, here it is. Okay, got it.
Nice.
But she says, yes, I knew. Give or take. Around maybe 10 months ago. Brew was working with Memorem Retribution up until around then. When he came...
And you didn't exactly... Yumiko interrupts her for the first time, and she says, and you didn't tell us this? Why? We could avoid this shit for a long time, you know?
Yumiko, give me a moment to explain. 10 months ago,
You
Brew
bet.
came clean to me and asked to be discharged from the guild union and arrested for his actions. Instead, I authorized his stay with the party and for him to act as a guild spy within the organization to monitor the movements and actions and report directly to me. Kaya was not aware of this as of yet and was briefed. Looking livid. Kaya was not aware of this as of yet and was briefed recently about the ordeal to ensure that Brew did not compromise himself more so than he had. There was concern that if Brew had mentioned certain things or if his role had been identified, your group would have become a bigger target much sooner than we had planned. Brew did not run from his responsibilities, it seems. She kind of looks over at him and sought to make amends for his time with the Retribution. I decided that him being a spy would be a form of that responsibility. He was willing to take whatever dangers that came with, and whatever mistrust that might be. I also respected his decision to not let the rest of you know at the time, as he did not want to disturb any of you further considering circumstances. I believe it was around the time of Dorians and such. He also... she kinda thinks. He is also the main reason why Darren Preach was not killed before we arrived there by the Retribution early. He was the one to give them misleading intel and stall them before your operations that day. Latricia kind of thinks, she's like, so that's why they abruptly came there in the basement. She kind of nods. Yes, Brew had done some counterintelligence. Lashishka kind of looks over and she says, I surmise that it was around then. Or maybe when Brew went back to Memorem around 3 months ago to do some more direct digging, that the Retribution caught on to his movements or his involvement with the guild. And she kind of says, I think they began feeding him some bad intel to counter that. Luckily, we were smart enough to not fall for most of it and avoid certain pitfalls. Any major traps. At least until today. She looks over at you, Yumiko. It seems like you want to interject. Feel free. She's looking... I guess she'd look at you, Anapani. Uh-oh. Hello? Am I cutting out? Oh.
Hello. Yeah. No, you're fine.
Okay. I said she was looking at both Apani and you. God, Apani gives even more of a glare.
Imako just had like a hand on her face, like, God damn it, Abdi, really?
Apani doesn't say a word. She kind of says, she kind of looks up at Apani. I don't care if you're angry at me. It had to stay confidential at the time.
Very confidential that you didn't tell us that we're gonna have an ambush ahead of us.
Hmm.
Like, goddamn.
Well, that's the thing that's quite interesting. She kind of thinks. She kind of thinking about something, and she says, "We had confirmed that the Retribution had been interested in the party since the incident involving Imiko on their survey, as well as the incident before then in the Haiti workers incident. From that, that's when I surmised, at least. From that, we had been monitoring the Retribution, why the Retribution, or who it was most interested in among your group, and why. At first, based on Bruce's reports, the suggestion might have been Titus Sapani or even you, Imiko, considering the group's tenuous connections to E364. However, something felt off about that interest to me. It took some more time for us to discover, but the real main target was... she kind of thinks, during your 6-month reprieve period, I spoke with Kaya and Halanaya, and they brought something to my attention that I hadn't thought about. She looks over a bit at Latricia. Yours and Crow's engineering prowess has exceeded expectations in the guild recently. She seems like... Latricia kind of seems like a bit, like, confused for a moment. Not like in a bad way, just kind of a bit thinking. Especially Crow's. His knowledge of the planet system and armored knight technology. With the potential he has, it could rival, no, exceed even Kaya's. She kind of looks over a little bit at Kaya. Kaya being the primary designer of the planet system. If they weren't able to get her, the next best thing they'd settle for would be Crow. I had contemplated some things considering that. With Crow being such a high priority target, I had thought about potentially keeping him away. But she looks around at all of you. It was my personal judgment to not separate you all. Well, until recently. She kind of thinks. She looks down a bit. Oh, she looks down for a second. Crow. Crow was informed about this briefly before you all left. Well, before the summit, the summit situ operation was summoned. And when I spoke with him, he offered to act as a decoy.
Excuse me? A decoy?
She looks over. Yes, a decoy.
Why exactly was he used as a decoy?
She kind of looks over. You know me. I don't put men and women in danger without their consent in this matter. Crow made the decision himself, it seems. I was against him doing this alone, but...
Why did he do that, exactly?
Kaya kind of speaks up. She says, because he wanted to prove that he could stand on his own.
By being a decoy and probably getting captured by the same fucking group that almost destroyed the summit?
Lysiska kind of looks over. He is not weak.
He is not. I am not implying that, but that's just stupid.
It was
fuck.
Not the best idea, and I didn't want him to do it. She kind of looks over and she says, I actually intended for some of you to stay behind, which is why it was open. Unfortunately, none of you seem to take it. This made
I should have gone with him.
So instead, I had some of mine and Gilga's best officers stay and protect him. If they couldn't have you with him, or if I couldn't have you all with him, I figured I could send the best I know that could.
And how are they doing, your group?
We don't know yet. That's what we're trying to ascertain.
Shit.
Icon Fall was not exactly planned for. That was the situation. We figured they might try something, but we didn't know they would try to seize the entire island.
Hmm. Well, besides my idiot boyfriend, getting himself in trouble, there's also the fact there's probably like an ancient latent energy on the island, which they're probably using for, or just probably finding it.
Patricia kind of looks over. She's like, well, Shishka, I know you definitely detected that there were hostiles potentially on the Isle. Why didn't... She kind of says, because Crow, when I sought to have him removed from the Isle, Crow requested to remain. And she kind of balls her fist up. I stupidly let him stay.
This is one of your many stupid. This is one of the first stupid decisions you made, Auntie. God damn it!
Patricia kind of looks over, and she's like, "What else?" Shisha kind of looks over. And Trisha will continue. I know you didn't just leave Crow like that. What else did you do? She kind of looks. I had Halanaya in our special guild project. I had Halanaya in our special guild project hurry their asses up on things. They were to send it to Crow with everything that they had.
Yes, we heard about that.
I don't exactly know what Halanaya's end of the project was, but she kind of looks over. He said it was the reason for Imiko, Crow, and Apani and Latricia to come, or even saying this as she looking at you, to the Veil's Heart facility.
We should go.
No, this is why you were called there apparently during that 6 months period.
Ah, right. I forgot.
Imagine it might have been Armored Knight related, considering he asked for some of our assistance on some matter. Patricia kind of says, so they have support then? She kind of says, I'm not... Well, I assume I got confirmation that everything was received, but with Icon Fall having fallen, there's no guarantee.
So, what's the plan?
Tomorrow, even though your group is quite not in the best of fighting forces.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah, she looks over at Brew. Tomorrow... She kind of thinks. Latricia says, kind of looks over at all of you and says, if you're asking if we're willing to go to Icon Fall, I think the answer's obvious. She looks at you, Imiko, and Apani.
Oh no, I definitely don't want to find my idiot boyfriend and follow his neck for fucking acting as a decoy. No, I would never. I'm gonna fucking follow his neck. Is she whispering this to Latricia?
Apani rolled to see if she hears him.
Can Apani, what, sorry?
To see if she hears.
She hears Imiko? I think you'd hear her. I don't think it's I think it's hush whisper.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
She hush whispers to both Trisha and Apani.
Yeah, I think it's close enough you'd hear. Lyshishka kind of says... Lyshishka will say, if you have anger directed at me, Crow is not to blame in this situation.
Yeah, I'm also angry at you, but what am I gonna do? But besides the fact, what kind of information is there regarding Icon Fall? Anything else before the blackout?
Not a lot. As she's kind of thinking about this, you can see Kaya's walked over to Brew's bed. Brew kind of seems like he's a little bit more maybe lucid now for a second. Oh, okay, huh. Well.
What interesting events?
Kaya... Brew looks like he's about to say something. Shish kind of notices her presence over there, and as she's about to reach out a hand and say something, Kaya reaches down and actually gives Brew a hug and just says, we'll get Avery back. That's all she says.
Hmm.
And Bree
Really?
just starts crying. I think you just hear him start to kind of like cry a bit. Like she kind of like puts her hand back and just says, "What? I'm sorry." She just says, "I'm sorry, my friend." We haven't heard much from Iconfall, but and then she says that again. Balin's like, "Oh, I just heard something from Iconfall. Well, maybe not exactly Iconfall, but alright, yeah. Does this thing have a volume slider? Let me just. She's like
Just
kind of
tap it
messing
over
with
there.
it.
Just like tap that. She's like, Imiko's like, tap that, push it down there. Yeah, right there.
The Guardian's like, "Do you need assistance?" And it's like, "Cut the volume
Yeah.
up. I can broadcast the call on this in this room." It's like, "That works too." As you hear, you hear the voice of, This is Brisk. Is everything all right? Is everything all right there?"
Oh, it's the big dragon. It's your boyfriend.
Balin says, "Yes, and he's doing doing good." You can see like a sigh of relief on her. He's doing all right. Brisk is like, "It's not just me as well." You can hear "Hey guys, are you all
Oh
alright?"
my. Is that my goddamn boy?
Yep, it's
A
Crow.
Bonnie perks up and says, in like a jokingly tone, "I'm gonna kill you."
So,
In a
how much do you guys
in a
know? Is all you hear him say.
you can hear Imiko in a serious tone. I'm gonna kill you.
I'm guessing like Shishka told you everything.
Yes.
Surprise.
What is my other half like saying in this?
You could just hear like that idiot. Not like in a malicious, like wanting to really hurt him way, but just like that idiot, like over and over again.
Yeah. The other half, I would probably agree and say, "Hey, should we kill him?" But like in a joking way.
it's just very
Like,
annoyed.
yeah.
Very annoyed.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, I want to do this in person, but I'm sorry. I wanted to tell you all, but I didn't want you to worry. I wanted you guys to trust me, okay? I wanted you to trust.
Before you say anything, are you doing all right? Are you safe? Are you safe?
I'm fine. Yeah, I'm doing all right. Actually, I'm doing better than all right. Isn't that right, Parish? He's like, "Yes, indeed. Oh, well, there is actually some bad news with that, but we got away fine. We also got the new equipment as well. We should be sending you over some of the data now."
Okay, fine. And what's the status on Lapsus squad?
Oh, most of them are all here. There's several injuries, but no deaths, luckily. It was quite a firefight actually to get out there. Honestly, we probably wouldn't have gotten out had it not been for Crow's quick thinking with that gravity device, as well as some, right. Tahari has been captured.
How many members dead or captured?
We're not sure. Tahari ordered he had us protected. We're here with a couple of Memorem ships that managed to escape. A couple of small ones.
But
Ooh, sorry, I was looking at Jai. Anyway, yes, it was an update. I apologize. Anyway, I will after the session. I'm sorry, got distracted. Yes, most likely, give or take. We don't know. I would say with the two ships accompanying us, we didn't manage to get that many armored knights and personnel, but Tahari made sure he could get out as many as he could.
Before Imiko asked for the location, I think
We're heading up north. Don't worry, we're heading up to you.
Yes, but first, she's gonna get that like device out from Brew's thing. Remember?
Yep.
And I think could I plug it somewhere so Guardian can use it?
Yes.
Yeah. Plug it on, turn it on, and then she asks, "So what is your location anyway?"
And says, we're heading up from the soaring ocean right now. Actually heading back to our base. At least that direction. I didn't want to... Crow kind of looks, we didn't want to leave Tahari, but he was insistent.
No, we're not. We're not leaving anyone. Okay. We're probably gonna get him out.
Rich kind of says, there's... Yes, a counteroffensive. We can do something like that, especially with what we got here. But there is a bit of an issue with that. We've heard reports on our way up here. Part of Memorem is currently, it seems like, in fighting with itself. What's happening there? We heard there were attacks up in the Consortium. The summit, we heard it was just completely destroyed. What happened? I was like, yeah, I was really worried, actually.
Go ahead.
Hysterically laughing. Doesn't answer the question. She just hysterically laughs.
Well, as upon like indicating, well, we're fine, and half of the city is basically scorched due to the attack, but everyone's fine.
Rose like,
yeah.
Okay. That's. He said, looks over. Well.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can hear him you can hear him like sniffing a bit, and he's like, I'm happy you're all right.
Are you crying right now?
No. No. I was.
No, Crow. It's okay to cry. It's alright to cry, but that does not save you from me throttling your fucking neck. What the fuck do you think what you were doing?
I wanted you guys to.
No,
thank you
I
for
understand.
relying on me. I didn't.
My dude, my guy, my love. Seriously.
I don't want you dying.
Yeah, I saw you. We saw you fight during that fucking monster. You handled yourself well. The fuck do you mean?
Yeah, I guess I just thought that.
No, you're okay. You're doing well, hon. Okay. Never mind that. I'm just glad. We're glad you're all right.
Patricia nods.
We trust you. We were just like a bit of a heads up. Even Latricia gave us that.
Yeah.
No going off on me and you by yourself.
He kind of says you're right. I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. Just.
Drew even told me I should have told you all, but I didn't.
It's alright. You're kind of like thinking like me.
Oh, wait, speaking of that, how is Brew and everyone else? You said everyone's alright, so Brew and the others?
Yeah, Brew is kind of fucked up, but he's kind of like doing alright.
What do you mean by kind of fucked up?
He tried to get up, stand on his 2 feet, like saying, "Hey, I can help the group," and then he fell on his ass when I poked him.
But he's alright? He kind of like questioningly, like he's alright?
Yeah, he's alright. Just being tended to by Gwen.
That's good to hear. And
Owner and says he's.
What did Apani say?
Apani backhands Brew's shoulder and says he's fine.
Just like the sound of cringing in pain.
Yeah, ignore that.
Alright.
Oh, did you hear the announcement about pipes?
What announcement about
pipes? Well.
You want to do this one?
So apparently, she relayed all the information she heard on the broadcast.
There is a audible silence, and Brish. I think this is so. I'm sorry. Brish kind of is like, there's an audible silence from Crow, and then Brish just like, Wait, he didn't tell you all that? Balin?
Nope. Wait, you knew this, Brisk?
I knew because Balin told me.
She looks at Balin.
I knew about Balin's. What was it, Apani?
I was saying, isn't it so interesting that people in a healthy relationship communicate their past to each other?
Rich is like, of course. Balin told me that I knew about this before we started our relationship. Easily. I mean, I figured. I guess I'm sorry. I didn't mean to keep this
No,
from all of you. I honestly thought that
it's alright.
Titus would tell you.
It's
I
alright.
didn't think Balin
Also,
needed to,
You're
but
right.
because I figured it was about
yeah, you're fine.
Titus. Oh,
You're
okay.
fine, Griff. Okay, calm it down, big guy.
You're not in the
Also,
hot seat.
yeah,
Okay.
don't worry. Tyus is in the hot seat currently,
Sweet.
but soon it'll be it'll be Crow's turn next. But for us anyway.
Bruce like, so then I haven't heard him, and I guess he's quiet normally, but where is he?
He'll be back. He's just somewhere.
Balin kind of looks over. She's like, Guardian, Guardian, send for Titus. It's like, I believe
Oh.
that he's in the city limits now. He should be getting close.
Hmm.
Like she
That's
kind
good.
of so she presses a button on her ear. She has like one of your transceiver devices. She says, "Don't worry, I've been tailing him."
That's good to know.
You go
Also,
somewhere else with the ship. You don't say anything. It'll be
What was that,
yes.
Apani?
The party says if he goes somewhere else, he'll be behind. I said,
If he
while
goes
glaring at my shishka.
Mhm.
You see her glaring at Lyshishka? She's like debating if she wants to say anything, but like, roll me a glare, Apani. Unless you're trying to like convince her to speak on another way. I feel like this is a glare.
think. Could I help with Apani's glare?
Sure. If you don't have to do it as a glare, you could do another thing if you want to say something. But I feel like Apani is coming off as a glare.
I think I'll do a glare.
Okay.
Please help me.
Yeah, sure.
She looks over at both of you and she's just like, you know that you can stop having an attitude with me whenever you both would like.
Well, whenever you're ready to be truthful, beforehand, we'll do away with that.
I
Yeah.
didn't tell you to save most of your mind for things. Besides, I don't tell people things when I lack information.
She rolls her eyes at that. Yeah, sure. And then she turns her attention to Crow and she said, "By the way, honey, if you feel like you're acting up with your second half, probably stay away from Tyus. Mine is trying to maim him."
Actually, believe it or not, I'm actually fine with mine, I guess. I almost had an episode while we were on the island, but there was a moment, I think it was, the bracelets, the ankle bracelets and stuff, they activated for a moment, and I felt a lot calmer. Also, the voice wasn't really angry as much as it could have been, I guess.
You sure? Because my caller definitely almost bursted because of my second half was definitely was angry as fuck after that broadcast.
I think I know why. Imiko, how did you act after hearing that information?
Ha, definitely hot. Definitely hotter than usual.
No, I mean, like, how did you actually act?
Just normal, just like...
You
Go ahead, sorry.
weren't processing your emotions, Yumiko.
Latricia says you didn't say
Apani
anything.
was walking.
You weren't feigning everything, actually. It's the first time I've ever seen you do it.
Huh? What do you mean?
You weren't admitting anything. You were acting like nothing was wrong. Even though it was obvious
What?
to all of us it was.
I was telling... I was... Yeah, I was.
Girl kind of thinks.
It's so one of us I'd like to not burn up again.
Crow's like, I think
No.
that's why. I got a lot to talk about. Also, Titus's ex-girlfriend? Question mark?
Yeah,
No.
his name is Neil, apparently.
No, I don't know who that is, but that's not who I'm talking about. There was a woman here that tried to take me, I guess. her name was Umbra.
Ah,
She's kind
another
of like
girlfriend.
Allure, not like physically, but they're both mystics. I could tell by the way she was channeling things from the like, area around her. She's a lot. She's really strong and dangerous and kind of scary. I could kind of see why. Never mind. I
Yeah.
don't want to say that word. He's like, I don't want to
No,
continue
no,
that sentence.
no.
No.
I can see why you like the message. Mm.
eh,
She's like looking at Trish now. I can see why.
No. That's Umbra's I think they're grace touched and something else. Maybe mixed with fiend or
Great
something.
touch.
Yeah, they
You
had
mean
like an angel person, I think. But anyway, they were rocking a certain look. That's not the main point of why I'm bringing this up. They apparently they wanted me to join them. They started talking about what the retribution was for, the fact that Titus abandoned them and he's gonna abandon us. I told them that he wouldn't do that. She denied and said that she knows because it happened to her. You know the drill. I wasn't when everything happened. I felt, I guess, a rush of emotions when she told me about the stuff. I knew. Well, I didn't know, but I had a feeling that Titus wasn't exactly forthright with us about everything he did. And when she told me what he had done, I was angry. I was livid. I wanted. And I guess I didn't
Same here.
understand why he didn't tell us. Obviously, what he did used to do was horrible, but like,
And you didn't feel anything from your second half then?
I did. I think I realized I wanted to know. I wanted to confront him about it more directly. I wanted him to be honest with all of us. I wanted that more than anything. And I think, thinking that, I managed to kind of see through the red, I guess. See through the, no pun intended, the chaos. And I was able to stop myself before anything got overzealous and get away from Umbra and get my way onto the ship with Brishk and them. We got everything loaded up. Tahari acted as I guess a diversion himself and completely stopped them from getting to us. But because of that, he got captured. And I can't fall with him. I'm assuming
Well,
if
that is
Umbra's there, that means the rest of his crew is also there.
Well, they're already they're already gone, so they're probably regrouping.
My sister kind of says, maybe not exactly.
What do you mean by that?
She looks over at you, and she looks over at Apani. I can't save him from himself. She just says, I can't save him from himself. Approximately 30 minutes ago, Titus met with someone piloting a Black Adobe unit. He appears to be headed back.
Recently?
She kind of says approximately 30 minutes ago. Apparently, he's on his way back here based on what my eyes and ears have been noting. Just hear the roll.
I heard it.
Yeah, and almost she kind of looks over. Titus so lucky. Yeah, well, save that until he gets here. I'll put it that way. She kind of looks over. He is definitely. She kind of looks over. Is Titus? Crow kind of is like, you don't think? She's like, I'm not going to jump to conclusions. After all, he is headed back here, but.
Well, he definitely has to stay away from me. I mean, if he wants to, then he can definitely get maimed. Mauled even.
Shishka will just say, she'll look over at Kaya. How well do you believe that she'll be able to keep herself in check? Looking over. Kaya kind of walks over
You
to
know,
you.
I'm standing right here. You can ask me.
Yeah, you don't have to talk in third person either.
Yeah.
She kind of looks down at Imiko and she's like, you are right. How well do you think you can
Yeah.
keep yourself calm?
We'll be fine. I mean, me. I'll be fine.
Kaya's kind of looking a little bit at the device around your neck, kind of like making sure. Like, it seems like it was getting a large reading of energy, but it was able to contain it pretty decently. I think even if you had an episode, it would probably be limited based on this.
Mm-hmm.
So you should
Well,
be fine.
I
Just,
think.
Crow's like,
Well.
just do the thing I said. I guess at the introspect. Why? I guess you got it. You have to. That's what it was. You have to admit that you're angry, or I guess not angry. You have to admit what you're feeling. That's what it was.
Well, technically, I'm still angry at you, hun. But
Okay.
yeah,
Well, maybe
mostly.
focus on Titus and not me. That would make it better, I think. Actually.
You're still not. You're still not off the hot seat, hun.
Yeah.
Train.
Yeah.
What was that one?
My party says yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. I'll probably convene with my other self, see how we feeling. But we did reach an agreement. If he ever shows up and meets me, me and my other half will be killing him. Not killing him, more like almost killing him.
My sister kind of
Yeah.
says, "Don't kill him yet. He might be useful in the future."
Probably.
If you and your other half do kill him,
Technically, she has control of my body, so hey.
My sister just says,
Still mine.
"It would be an accident that was reported. That's about it."
Hey, I like that.
Rishka's kind
Balin,
of.
how do you feel about this?
What'd you say, Avani? Sorry.
My party says Balin, how do you feel about this?
Balin just looks
Yeah.
over and says, Balin has been kind of quiet for this moment, but she looks pissed. She looks angry. Lashisha just kind of looks back. Balin? She's like, that motherfucker.
Balin,
What?
Balin, you want to get the first hit in on Titus?
Hey, I did not mean by killing him, just almost killing him. Okay, sis, come on.
She kind of says, if he betrayed us, I'll kill him myself.
I think we should invite a lord to the party.
She nods very permanently, like, yes, indeed.
I mean, hey, he could be, telling, probably, like doing a double agent, Okay, that sounds bad. Probably a triple agent. No, that's even worse.
You know what's funny when you say that? Balin does not seem to change her, I guess I'd say her thoughts towards the matter.
She got even mad.
Lashishka kind of thinks, and she kind of says, I trust Brew with a job like that. I don't trust Titus.
He can try.
She kind of says, maybe, after he's earned She kind of says, as far as I'm concerned, Brew has done no wrong. Well, he did wrong, but
it remains to be seen.
She kind of says, let me clarify. As far as I'm concerned, Brew is already doing what he can to atone for his wrong. By was acting as a spy and apparently nearly dying trying to come back and save all of you.
True.
You would have all, I'm sure you all would have been fine, but she kind of thinks. I would be lying if I said I was not happy that he went to go help my niece.
Oh. What do you mean?
Well, the reason that I surmise that he abandoned the plan, originally he was supposed to be with Ishin and Rilka in hiding. Potentially to keep the information that he was a spy not known yet, even by the grander forces in the guild. Unfortunately, he decided to disobey that action. She looks over. Because he wanted to go and help all of you.
Oh, you called me niece. That's sweet.
She just looks at you. In any case, with the cat out of the bag, so to speak, there's no reason for him to even. They already know that he is a spy now.
Mm-hmm. Well, we could probably use Tyrus if we want to.
I don't think they're going to take him either. Considering they already know so much about him, and they also know he's a runner, they would already suspect that he's a spy. At most, they would try to probably use him as some type of bargaining chip. The issue is, nobody in this party seems to give a shit enough about that to matter, at least at the moment. Which leaves one other option. If they can't use him as a bargaining chip or some type of pawn, he's not going to actually join them, and he'll act as a spy. That means and they know they're not going to allow that to happen. The only other option would be to kill him. Which does make me wonder, why didn't whoever was in that machine try to kill him? Obviously, Titus went stupidly by himself, without telling any of us. If something were to happen, there's no way he could have fought off one of those units by himself without another armored knight. The fool, anyway. She's just annoyed, but she's just kind of like, anyway.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I need to debrief my agent. Past that, all of you get some rest, and she looks over.
Yeah.
Look through things with Balin. She kind of gives Balin a tap on the shoulder, and she just says, she'll just say, as far as I'm concerned, Balin, you're a full-fledged member of this team. That means you're just as much of a value to me as any of the other assets.
Well, not.
And she will walk away. Balin kind of looks. There's a little bit of a look from Balin, and Brish kind of says, I think, Balin, that's Nashishka's way of saying that she trusts you.
Yeah, it means you have use anyway.
Yes. Yeah, Nashishka's not really going to be any more heartwarming.
Yeah, I know my auntie, and she's definitely shows it that way.
Balin kind of says, I guess I should feel that as an honor. Actually, she kind of smiles. There's like a little bit of a smirk for a moment. It actually does give me a weird, nice feeling.
Yep, she like...
Not that I really deserve it, but...
Yeah. Well, you definitely deserve it compared to Typh.
Well, remember, I was part of that organization for a time as well.
Yeah, definitely not off the hook, but hey. Definitely did less than Typhus.
There's the receiving orders and giving orders is two separate things.
I'm sure she kind of thinks about that. She kind of says, yes, I guess that is true. She looks over at you. Crow kind of says, so that means I'm off the hook, right?
No.
Alright. I figured I'd give it a try.
Oh.
There's different levels to being on the hook. There's, I'm gonna kill you and I'm actually serious. There's, I'm gonna kill you and I'm actually just gonna be paralyzed. I'm gonna kill you and I'm just gonna yell at you. I'm gonna kill you, but like you're actually just friends.
Crow's like, that's a lot of I'm gonna kill yous. I'm a bit confused.
She says she loves you, and she'll probably kill you.
Okay.
Yes.
Also, bad news over here.
What's the...
Even worse news. During the summit attack, one of those idiots, the Typhus and Balin, no offense, friends, in their little black adopt decided, destroy our Pearl unit.
Huh. You don't say.
Yeah.
Brish is like,
definitely not me.
Actually.
Wait, what? What do you mean?
Balin, we're sending you over the data now. And Balin will pull something up, and she'll say, what is this? And Crow's like, this is what Helen and I was working on, apparently, while we were, when we did that aptitude test thing, like
no
a few months ago?
Way.
Apparently, they were working on something. I will send it momentarily.
Yeah, at that, I think Imiko will probably snatch the data pad from Balin just to look.
Where is my pictures? Also, I should clarify in case you weren't aware, yes, like Shishka did actually leave the room after giving Balin
Yeah,
credit
no, we
for it.
did.
Yep.
We knew.
I guess I think I just said she walked away, but I didn't actually clarify that like that meant that she left
Oh
the
no,
room.
that definitely implies it.
Okay, I did.
Don't
I
worry.
just wanted to make sure it meant like yeah, she left the room. Why aren't you here? Okay, that's fine. You know what I can do? Dev artist chat. I can just pull it from there, because yep, here we go. It's actually funny because you just saw a picture of oh, don't worry, Nameless isn't getting left out, but you just saw a picture of Nameless, our version of it, and now you got to see a version of the upgraded Nameless as well. But here we go. If you check Shadow Guardians chat right now, that's Emiko is what you see on the datapad.
Yeah, Imiko like snatches the data pad from Balin before she could see it, and when she looks at it, she says, "Oh my God, he really did listen."
Balin kind of like walks over and just like looks down at the datapad with you holding it. She's like, that is mine. You're gonna give that back after you're done looking at it.
Look at it. As she's like basically like pressing out her face, like, look at it.
Yeah, Crone's like, it's apparently a Vanguard unit. They found a frame while they were in the Vale facility, and apparently, or part of one, Hal and I put most of the resources into making it, I guess, repairing it, rebuilding it. What did they call it? Patricia's like, Quan, yes, the Quan unit.
Quan unit. No, the Quan.
And it says, I think it has some grander significance, something about a red and silver fox. I'm not sure, but yes.
Yeah, I think I know the significance of it. Yeah. I gotta have to pay a visit to the Grams after this.
And it says, that's not all. We also finished building finished some of the upgrades we've been trying to for some things. Including, we have some special frames, ready, they just need the armaments and armor added to them. We were planning on upgrading Gwendolyn's units into a new one. I guess you could say a test model special frame. Similarly, we were going to replace the inner frame of the Odyssey, potentially as well. Halanaya said he was trying to prepare something for Allure, but it took much more time, apparently, with your unit. He said that there's some experimental systems on it, and that's why, but he's working on something for Allure. It will be ready, it'll probably need a while, though. And then, Lyshishka, is Lyshishka there?
She left.
Lyshishka says she left. It's like, oh, well, I guess she didn't want to present this herself. And Crow's kind of like, he's like, hey, Apani, Trisha, okay, I don't know if are you guys mad at, it doesn't matter. Lashishka had something built for you guys. Check, and she's going to send another picture. I should add, I will give you the actual specifications and things of these soon. As in I'm looking them up as I'm sending these pictures. Because I can tell you what weaponry they have. Apani. Do you see chat? Shadow Guardians.
Oh my God.
Cool.
So if you're looking at what the main difference is from the original, you can scroll up to a little bit to see it. It is basically the giant backpack added to it. It does several things that might not seem like as easily visible, but as it's kind of like strapped onto it, you can see, or in the diagram, I should say, they say it is the it's called the glint unit. Yeah, it's apparently some type of I guess, you know how Nameless doesn't work with normal guild perks. Well, Lashishka called up some of her, I guess, acquaintances in the Draken Foundry and had them work on a special thing for you. I guess she said she got the idea after doing a little bit of some training with you in the last few months. She said it should She said it should help with, what is it? Brish is like, it should work with your psionic capabilities. It allows the control of the glint missiles much more easily. And Shishka's like, ooh, really? I can't actually control it that well, so this may help me a lot. Wait, you said Apani? He's like, yes, that's right. This unit is a double, allows the nameless unit to be a two-seater.
Ooh.
Kurt's
Yeah.
like, that's not the only thing. Apparently this thruster, he's like, this unit, I don't know. I don't know exactly if this is exactly safe, but, Balin kind of like looks at something, she says, the acceleration on this thing is crazy. If you're wondering, it can go at top speed in terms of like a movement action of 120 feet. It's overboosting. Instead of it being in just a slight movement increase, it is times 4. So it is 120 times 4.
Could he use that as an attack?
You can, because its assault boost, it has its assault boost, and it's increased. Its distance and its damage.
Oh my god. So he can splatter someone.
Balin's kind of like, is this amount of speed safe for the pilot? Brish is like, apparently, based on the way that it's been designed, yes. Though it will take some getting used to. Also, there's 2 modes. There's one for maneuverability called Harrier, and one for, well, I guess, acceleration called Accelerator. So, you can switch between the modes to allow you to be, I guess, if you're more in a combat scenario and you're trying to maneuver a bit better, you might want to switch to Harrier mode. It lowers the top speed, but it does allow you to be able to dash and boost away a lot easier. What was that? Uh-oh, I think Apani cut out for a second. I cut up the mic. Go ahead and say it again.
Saying, how are you feeling about it, Patricia?
Something about Latricia?
I was saying, how are you feeling about it, Patricia?
Latricia is like, she's kind of looking up and down a bit, like, nodding kind of along. She looks like she's reading through, like, the specifications and, like, what it actually is adding. And it says, glint system, experimental system, psionic-based enhancements. Yeah, I think this will work well. I think we can both use this quite good, actually. I guess you get to be my little, she kind of says, I guess you get to be my crow.
Oh, Imiko's like staring at Apani like, oh.
I mean...
Just you with tears shed from Apani's eye.
What'd you say?
Just you with tears shed from Apani's eye.
She's like, oh, I'm sorry, did I say something? I didn't mean it like replacing Crow or anything. It's not like that, it's more like, you know, how Imiko and Crow have a 2-seater unit, you know?
Oh.
Trish, I think she would happily go with you as your crow.
Ah, okay.
Yes. That reminds me, Crow, is there a 2-seater for this, mech? Our mech? My mech?
He
Yeah.
says, yeah, I guess our new mech, yeah, there is. 2-seater, seems like everything's fine. He kind of says, it's actually a weird kind of mode about it, like, switching hand in terms of main pilot, despite not necessarily switching seats.
You used it?
Not exactly. It seems like it doesn't require, but it's a lot easier to control. I was gonna use it in the defense to try to help things, but the unit didn't really want to start on. I think it might need at least us both to make it work, at least initially.
Oh, sick. Was there anything with paracausal stuff?
He says, yeah, it's equipped with channeling-based things, so we should be able to activate some of our paracausal abilities. Or, moreover, I guess, we should be able to channel our paracausal energy through it.
It's equipped with the head smasher.
Not head smasher exactly, but There is something I think he said that you would like. He kind of pulls up something. Balin will kind of say, or he'll say, Balin, pull up, what is it? Irradiant Wave Surger. And Balin kind of like presses the button on the tablet, and it pulls up some information. And it zeroes in on both of the arms, and on the arms you can see it kind of like it's a diagram, so it like kind of explodes them out. And you can see there's like the clawed attachment, and there's like a nozzle in the palm, and kind of you can see these cords extending up to the fingertips. And it shows like a diagram of the hand like touching something, and it pulses, it emits this energy across the fingertips and the palm, and it just begins to like, it looks like it starts to just to shock whatever it's touching. Balin, however, is looking at roll me a knowledge technological. I want to see if you can figure out what's happening here.
Yes. Let me
Balin's
just
kind
check.
of looking at the readings on the side of it, like based on whatever this test is supposed to be. If you would like to as well, Apani, feel free, as you're kind of there as well.
I'm getting ready to leave for work, so
okay.
I might.
Just listening.
Yep.
Cool, yeah. Not Pani. Imika, did you roll?
Not yet. Hold on. Let me just put that on the Discord. Sorry.
Yep. Oh, were you looking for your bonus?
Yeah.
I see.
Oof.
You're not sure what's happening, but whatever it seems to be, it grabs onto something in the diagram or like in the like little short, and it just, at first it doesn't look like anything's happening. There's just like static coursing around the fingertips and the arm, and then all of a sudden the object it's holding begins to start like bending, bowing, and begins to like bubble before it explodes around the fingers.
Yeah. What happened?
Balin's like, what the hell? She was looking at the readings on this thing. It's an energy surge of some time. I would imagine it looks like a disruption. No, it's not a disruption weapon. It's still energy. She's like, wait a second. I was like, I'm actually trying to figure out exactly what it's doing as well. I've been looking at the diagram and the readings, but it seems like it's sending some type of wave or something through whatever it's hitting. I'm not exactly sure.
Crow, do you know what this is exactly?
He kind of looks, he's like, I've read up about it, the Irradiant Wave Surger, but it seems like it's some type of, I mean, it's built for melee, obviously, but it seems like it's some type of, signal emitter.
A signal emitter.
But a signal, he's kind of like, but I've never seen a signal emitter do something like this. He kind of looks over it. I mean, I'd imagine like a signal emitter is something that just, you know, sends transmitted signals, like messages and things like that. But something like this. Balin.
You can.
Gonna roll. Go ahead.
You could probably use that as stuff. We could probably use it against the fucking dogs too.
He's like, definitely. Balin's like, you could use it against more things, but wait a second. Yeah. He's like, she's reading like the warnings on it. She's like, microwave. Wait a second.
At that mention, I think Imiko's eyes would sparkle like, we could cook them alive.
Aylin's like, oh, that's what this thing is. She kind of like, I'm not really sure the technology on this at all. Who the hell made this? Well, I guess it's Halanayat, isn't it? You made this stuff?
Yeah, that's my gramps. He's a bit of a genius, you know.
Crow's like, yeah, I guess so. He kind of says, so yeah, microwave gun, something, or hand.
Man, I can't wait to use this.
Like she's like, if you were to use this on a person, that would be messy.
That would be awesome.
Crow's like, maybe we limit the amount of usage on a person, but yeah.
And I will probably use it on the ones that deserve it the most. For example, the Crimson Lotus
Nods, yeah.
and the Retribution.
It's like, yeah, we just. Kaylin's like, well, if you use it on one of them, it's gonna cook them alive on the inside out.
Yeah. Wasn't even like planning on doing otherwise.
I guess no love lost on my part, Balin says. Sorry, no.
I mean,
Love
hey,
lost on my
if you want us to like, capture some of them alive, your friends, yeah, sure.
At the mention of that, she does kind of think, looking down a bit, and Brish kind of says, Balin, it's alright if you want that. She kind of says, it's not fair for me to want that after everything. Brisk says, but
Hey.
you do.
Yeah, you definitely do.
And she kind of says, not if it means risking our new family. She looks at, like, kind of at like, the speaker where Brisk is talking from.
Oh. Is that so? She's like looking at Bailey like something like, oh, congratulations.
And, like, kind of looks over, she's like, not like that. I mean, like, she kind of turns her head.
Oh.
And, like,
Oh.
Brisk kind of chuckles, he's like, maybe in the future, after all of this is done, sure.
Mm.
It is something we've been talking about, though.
Mm.
See, Valen kind of like, at that, she kind of like, there's a slight smirk on her face, like a happy smirk. She kind of sees you looking, and she just like pushes your face away. Ignore. He's like, get out of my face.
Ugh. Fine.
Anyway, I'll have all this information sent to you all over there, so you can see on your own terminals back in your rooms. I gotta get things ready. If we're getting some new armored knights and things, I need to get the boys to know what new stuff they're gonna have to learn. It's gonna be really busy tonight.
Yes. But I think she turns to the to Crow and the Brisk. I think you two definitely need to be safe when we get there, yeah?
And says, don't worry, we're keeping ourselves on a low profile. So they won't be able to tell. He kind of says they are still telling us, but we should have given at least a little bit of distance.
Yeah, at that mention, what is the device that Boo gave me like doing?
It's nothing weird's happening, but it is trying to track them, and it does show where like they are heading up towards what is it brain. They are heading up towards your direction.
The direction?
Yes, towards your direction instead of her. Like that they're going that way. They're basically below. They're in the soaring ocean area below the the swelling sea. Like between they're heading up that direction. Maybe not exactly there yet, but they're getting that way. Bishko says like, well, actually, I think we might not exactly head back directly to our base. As much as I'd love to, we don't want them trailing us back there. Base location is still relatively unknown. We should probably keep it that way. You can hear Crow's like, right. In that case, I guess we could just make our way that way. Meet you guys halfway and then head back. Oh.
Yeah. And Crow, about what we talked earlier on the phone.
Yeah, I know, you're angry, you're gonna kill me.
No. It's good that you want us to like acknowledge that you want to stand up on your own. And honestly, that's kind of badass. I mean, hey, I always saw you like did that during your first fight. So why not?
You can hear Brish.
I'm still mad.
Hang on, it looks over. You can hear Brish kind of like shifting, and he kind of says, well, he's not going to say it, but it's like, you do have the boy blushing. It's like, Brish, He kind of chuckles a bit.
Yeah, that's a point for me.
He's like, take the praise, my boy. He's like, right,
Yeah, despite you being stupid, but by doing like being a decoy and all, that's pretty, me-like. So, hey, you get a point from me.
Alright, he's like, from now on, I'll make sure that I mention any of that type of stuff to all of you.
Yeah.
Don't be mad
Yeah.
at Mishishka about it. It really isn't her fault.
I'm annoyed more than
I know
that.
she's taking the blame for probably a lot of things, but if anything, honestly, more of us are to blame. We kind of put everything on her.
Well, regardless of that, ugh. I don't want to be all sappy and shit, but I'm definitely gonna go and give you lots of kisses and stuff. And also very unmentionable things once this mission is done.
Balin's like, Balin just looks over and she's like, keep it. And honestly, I don't care.
No, y'all still gonna do that after. I just know.
She like rolls her eyes and just says, alright, Brish, we're signing off. You guys get some rest. We'll get the same here. It's like, of course.
Yep, we'll be seeing you guys in a little while. But don't worry, we'll get you guys.
Yep. Alright. And as that happens, the Guardian will say, Titus has arrived on the vessel. Apparently, he is headed to his room. Should I alert Mr. Law? Raylan's like, no, leave him be, and we'll leave them be. And Laura will talk to him when she wants.
Yeah, how is the law anyway?
She's doing better. She went to her room to sleep.
My.
I can tell she's shaken up a bit about fighting that Vanguard unit, though. I think it scared her.
Well, from what I saw of her mech, yeah, I can definitely tell how shit it looked when it first arrived.
Yeah, but the special frame enhancements should make that issue not as bad. I guess.
Hopefully so.
We'll see how Lord feels, though. But I imagine it's not just that, though. Her being her in the Titus situation.
Oh yeah, after almost narrowly fucking dying, and also finding out your boyfriend is kind of a bit of a scumbag, still a scumbag probably. Yeah, you can get a little bit of PTSD.
Honestly, I actually thought he already told her. I know he didn't tell all of you, or at least I figured he didn't. Titus is just like that. Wasted the last minute for every fucking thing, but I figured he'd at least tell her.
Obviously not.
Yeah, I guess not.
Well,
in any case, if things don't go well with them, I do want Laura to know that she does have people she can depend on at least.
Yep. And if it wants to quit the crew, the team, in case things get rough.
Don't worry, I don't think she's thinking about quitting. Maybe a bit frightened, but that's not the way she was talking. I asked her if she wanted to leave, but she said, regardless of Titus, she said this is her tribe now.
So. That's kind of sweet in a way.
She kind of nods. From what I understand, for all told, that's a big thing. So, yeah. She kind of says we better make sure that she feels fulfilled, though.
I hope she. Yes, and I hope she gets her get back with those idiots. I want to get my second round.
She nods. Well, it sounds like whatever second round you have is going to be a lot different than last time. She yawns. Oh, alright.
Yeah, you get your bed.
You all get to sleep. Make sure Brew doesn't bleed out on her. Kaya, you can see she's leaving, and she does kind of say, Brew, this is an order. I don't really give them out like that, but you are to stay here and get healed. Gwendolyn, please watch out for him. Gwendolyn just kind of nods. Kaya will say that if she needs to check, if they need to replace roles or switch roles, Kaya can take over for her. If Gwendolyn needs some sleep.
While you guys do that, I'll be reconvening with my second half in a corner.
Patricia kind of looks over. I think we should do it in the room.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
She'll grab your hand and Pawnee's hand and lead you back to the room. And that is where we'll end the session, as you guys are... One of you is having a conversation. The others are... Everyone's getting a much-needed long rest after a very long operation here.
Yes.
And yeah, some people have aired their feelings and thoughts, their pains, their anguish, their secrets. Others have maybe hid them and might think that they are still hidden and not exactly as hidden as they think. Some people have revealed more of their cards and their thoughts on things, and some people, well, not some people, your party now knows that while things were initially looking bad in terms of your overall force, you might have some mid-series upgrades coming very soon. So, with that all, thank you all for watching this episode of Shadow Guardians. We hope to see you in the next part, and we hope to hope to see you potentially join the server and potentially trying out things yourself. Maybe you can have your own Armored Knight adventures or other types of quest adventures. Well, don't forget to hit those buttons and for notifications, subscribe to the channel for more, like the page or like the videos, of course, and also, of course, join our Discord for more things and such. That's gonna see us here for tonight. Next episode or next session, I believe, will be beginning probably in the morning after this situation. If not a little bit accelerated past that, as they get their way to the others. Bye-bye!